What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching today, baby. Ooh, baby. It's time for the Wednesday live stream, guys. So we'll be on here for 1 or 2 or 3 hours, whatever it ends up being. As long as the conversation keeps rolling, we'll keep it rolling. So please smash the like button. Please say hello. We usually talk about Sublocade, Suboxone, Kratom, opiate addiction, methadone, anything like that. Or we can go off topic too. And tonight we might talk a little bit about my getting drunk this last weekend for the first time in a while. So if you're interested in any of that or just stop by, say hello, that works too. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes, baby. baby. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Please say hello. Please say hello. Don't be shy. How's everybody doing out there in the wonderful world of Oz? Hopefully everybody had a good Christmas. Hope you guys had a good time with your families. Let me know what happened with you guys. What's going on with you guys? If you guys have any updates to share with the group, please let us know what those updates are. Also, notice the disclaimer that is on the bottom of the stream. Let me change this real quick. All right, so the disclaimer, which states, guys, that I am not a doctor and nothing on this channel is medical advice. So if you are struggling with addiction, please seek out your own medical professional. And remember that this channel is for entertainment purposes only, for me to share my experience with you and for you to share your experience with others. Remember, guys, that much of what this channel is you guys and what you guys are going through with your life and your recovery, and all things considered, you guys just can keep sharing what you're going through, and we'll just keep supporting each other, because it seems like so many different people right now are going through different things, right? So it's been pretty cool and interesting to see. Izzy's over here. Izzy wants to say hello. It's been pretty cool to see how everybody's progressed through their life as the time has gone on. We've been doing these Wednesday live streams now for, I don't know, almost 2 years now. Every Wednesday we're here at same time, same place. So it's been a pleasure to get to know a lot of you and for you guys to share what you guys have been going through. And I've witnessed a lot of change in a lot of you guys that have watched this channel. So it's been a pleasure, and I look forward to meeting new people in the future on this channel, and hopefully keep the good times rolling. I did want to let you guys know I have been, I feel like a lot of my attention is, let's see. So you guys know I've been doing a lot of Uber driving, and that's just kind of like a means to an end for me right now, just something to keep me busy, basically. And it's been fun to get out there and drive people around and whatnot, but that's not what I want to do for for the rest of my life, obviously, right? So it's just, I've been doing a lot of Ubering around lately, just to kind of make some money, keep me busy. And honestly, Uber has taught me something that I have been missing for a long time, and that is work ethic. Anybody who thinks that you can just fire up an Uber app and just go start driving and you're going to be rich, that's not how it works. You have to hustle and grind every freaking dollar that you earn on the app. So my people who drive for Uber, you know the struggle is real. You know that you're going to earn every $1,000 that you make. You're definitely going to earn every penny of that. But Uber has definitely taught me a good work ethic. There's been many days I've been waking up at 4:30 in the morning, go out there and drive around and deal with drunk people kicking my seats and kids stomping on my back seats with their muddy shoes. Like, I've been, it'll test your patience, and waiting on the side of the road for rides all the time. Like, it's definitely a lot of things that kind of piss you off, right? So just wanted to talk about that. But what I was getting at with that was that I'll likely in 2024, I'll likely get back into my car business of some sort, whether that's me working, tag teaming with another dealer or starting my own dealership. So just wanted to kind of let you guys know what I'm looking to get business going again, basically. So how's everybody doing out there? Let me go ahead and take the disclaimer off the screen, and I'm going to put up the sponsors of the last 7 days, and they'll be scrolling for the entirety of the show. Shout out to my sponsors. I see a few of them here in the chat now, and I will go ahead and thank them in just a little bit. So remove the disclaimer. Also, guys, it says, please be sure and share with us your updates, your goals, your setbacks, etc. We want to support you on your path to freedom, whatever that path looks like. All right, so sponsors of the week are scrolling. Shout out to you guys again. And let's see who is in here. Please smash the like, guys, as you're stopping in here. Looks like we've got about 15 people in here, so please smash the like. Good to see you back in here, Crypto Forever. It's been a while since I've seen you, my friend. And we got Kimmy B coming through with an early sponsorship, sponsoring today's live stream with a whopper $100 super chat. Kimmy B, baby, firing up the mother effing jets. Let's get them going, guys. Oh boy. Woo-wee. Kimmy B dropping early sponsor bombs. Boom. Speaking of Kimmy B, you guys haven't subscribed to her channel yet. And she's right there, guys. So make sure that you go over there and subscribe. I've seen a lot of the normies over there. But she's sitting right at about 220 subscribers. And we were over there live on her channel last night. So if you need more support, if you crave more interactions like these, make sure that you go over there and subscribe to Kimmy's channel, which is just right there on the screen, guys. Kimmy's Playhouse. You'll see her, myself, and many other people who are in this chat right now over there on a live stream. Usually she does Tuesdays and Thursdays. So sometimes she does random ones too at whenever she wants to. So good to see you in here, Kimmy. Glad to be on your stream last night chatting with you guys. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're doing better. It was sad seeing you crying over there, but I'm glad that you got things off of your chest. Hopefully you're feeling better today, girl. And thank you for that sponsor bomb. And as always, you see that she's always showing some massive love to this channel with awesome sponsor bombs. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Kimmy B, baby. Hopefully you're doing well, girl. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's get to the comments here, guys. Okay, so Kimmy come through with the first message here. Says, everyone, please hit the like for Kevin on your way in. Yes, please do so, guys. Let's go ahead and check the likes real quick here. Make sure that other people know that we're in here chatting, hanging out. And that's how you can do so, by smashing the like button. It lets other people know that we're in here chilling and chatting. And my hands are freaking cold. Woo! Real cold. How many likes we got? We got 10 yet? Drum roll, please. Come on, internet. Don't do that to me. Don't do me dirty. Don't do me dirty, internet. That was loud. Wow, that is going slow. Yes, we are right at 10 likes, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got 15 people in here now. See how that works? You smash the like, more people see this message. They see that, hey, there's this kick-ass group that's chilling on YouTube. Let's go see what this is all about. And then they come in. Look, there we go. 2 more people just hopped in here. So thank you guys. Thank you guys. Please smash the like on your way in. And I'm going to get to the comments before I start getting way too far behind. You guys know how I like to do it. I like to be behind in the comments intentionally. So I delete the dead air time. What up, Tara? Good to see you, girl. Good to see you. Pull that up on there. Had a good time in Tara's stream the other day as well. She says, Kevin, I'll be going live after you. Just a heads up. Sounds good, Tara. Sounds good. So Tara is doing the piggyback today for the after party of the Kickin' Addiction live stream. You can find that after party over there on Tara's channel. Tara smiling, as you see right there on the screen, guys. Easy to find our crew like that. Also, I was going to show you guys. You can see our crew right there. If you see there under subscriptions, you'll see I'm subscribed to Kimmy's Playhouse. I'm subscribed to Tara Smiling. I'm subscribed to Fentanyl Anonymous. I'm subscribed to Kingdom Within. I'm subscribed to Timmy Ward, Doc Chris Park. There's my car channel, Badass 1G. Subscribe to Luke's girlfriend, Life with Leah. And then there's some other car channels on there as well. Joey Talks Life. That's a Kratom channel. So support your people, guys. Go subscribe to them. And if you enjoy their content, make sure you smash the bell. And then you'll get notified as soon as they're live, unless you start to know their live schedule. KG Smith in the house. What up, KG Smith? Good to see you. Hopefully you had a good holiday season. Good to see you, KG. Any updates with you, KG? Let us know. Let us know if you have anything to update us with. I know that you were thinking about switching your patch dose down, so let us know how that went, if you ended up doing that yet. Kimmy said, I'll be popping in and out, Kevin, trying to take care of myself. Absolutely, absolutely, Kimmy. You do just that. We ain't going nowhere. We'll be here whenever you come in, whenever you go out. And see, that's kind of how I am with streams. Like, you know, I can't make it to everybody's live stream, unfortunately. I wish I had that much time to do that, to support everybody, because it was, you know, for a long time here on YouTube, it was pretty much just me. I felt like, obviously Nicole, she's been killing it with her work ethic. That girl has some incredible work ethic here on YouTube. But I felt like for a long time, it was just me making videos like this. And now look how many more people in this crew we have making videos. It's been awesome to see. Like I said, guys, I wish I could make it to everything, but I have a lot of work that I have to do. And so I try to always show support whenever I can and pop in, just like Kimmy says right here. Guys, don't stress yourself out with trying to keep up with everybody and everything here on YouTube. I know there's a lot going on right now. A lot of people's channels are starting to be consistent, which is awesome to see. But just remember, guys, if you need to take some you time, don't burn yourself out on my channel or anybody else's channel. So just take care of yourself and make sure that you guys are in the proper headspace to where you can come and actually enjoy these conversations and not feel like you're missing out on anything if you can't make it to one, right? Because we'll always be here, guys. Other YouTube recovery channels now are starting, so we'll have a lot more avenues if you guys need resources to come and just, sometimes it helps to just sit there and spend time with like-minded people who have been where you are or where you want to go, right? So that's the avenues we try to provide you with these different YouTube channels. So Marky Rizzo in the house. What up, Marky? Good to see you, brother. Hello, handsome Mark. My mortgage went down almost $200. What? How'd you do that? Would you refi? That's always good. Crypto Forever says, what's up, all? Good to see you in here, Crypto. Keith James, what up? Says, holiday blessings to everybody. Final shot of Sublocade was 20 days ago. I'm feeling great and focusing on my health and wellness. Ready to have a great year in 2024. Thanks, Kev. Yes, thank you, Keith, for that update. I remember you were on the channel a little bit earlier this year, I think it was, right? So I remember speaking with you. I think that was this year. Was that this year? I think it was. So good to hear things are going well for you, Keith. Happy holidays to you, brother. Marquis says, flick the like on your way in, please. Hello, my name is Lori. I have just recently found this channel and it has helped me so much. I am especially interested in getting off of subs. I have been on them for 8 years. Wow. Yeah, Lori, you are in the right place. You are in the right place. Thank you for finding this channel. There are a lot of videos on my channel about tapering Suboxone and Suboxone withdrawal, and a lot of videos about Sublocade as well. If you're interested in taking Sublocade to help you move on from that daily dosing of Suboxone. Right. So there's a lot of information on this channel. There's a lot of people on this channel who I've interviewed who have done exactly what you seek to do, and that's to get off of Suboxone. So feel free to keep checking out some older videos, or if you have any questions about where you're at right now, feel free to fire off some comments and questions, and the people in my chat would love to give you their input on that. Yeah, welcome to the crew. Welcome to the crew. Work ethic is something many are lacking in this day and age, unfortunately. Yes, and myself included. I've been pretty much a lazy ass for the last few years, honestly, guys. I mean, other than YouTube, like, and selling some cars here and there, I haven't been like putting in consistent hours and work like I have been doing with Uber. It's literally like, it's definitely got my work ethic good. So if I can apply the work ethic that I have with Uber to my own business, things will be incredible, right? Because I have the knowledge and I have the skill and I have all the tools needed to have a successful business with cars, a very successful business with cars. I've done it in the past. I have many, many, many years experience with cars and knowing how to run a business. So it's just like, all I have to do is bring it all together. And as long as I don't have that work ethic part missing, things should be great, honestly. So we'll see what happens. I'll give you guys some updates if I have some going forward with my business stuff. I've been a flooring contractor for 25 years now. My work ethic is starting to dwindle, laugh out loud. Yeah, that's some hard work, man. That's some really hard work. So maybe your body's like, yo, I need a little rest. That's exciting getting back to the car business, Kev. I'm excited for you, man. Thanks, Tara. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting for me too. Like, I love cars, and I love switching out cars all the time. To me, that's fun. Even if it's a little cheapo beater car, right? It's fun to me to just drive different cars. No matter how nice or cheap or crappy it is, it's still fun to just drive a different car. Kingdom Within, what's up, brother? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Says, hey, Kev and gang, I'm in here. Good to see you, Kingdom. Any updates with your Kratom stuff? Gosh, that reminds me. I wish Slow Mo was here. I was gonna bring up something I've been thinking about with him. I don't think he's in here. I know he's taking some time off of YouTube. I'm pretty sure, but I was really thinking about the discussion that we had last night on Kimmy's channel about the way that he's taking his kratom. It's really interesting, um, really interesting how he's doing it, and it makes me think that he really could be actually onto something very different with how he's doing his kratom usage. So maybe I'll talk about that in a little bit. And let's see. I don't want to get too far behind in the comments here, guys. Magic fingers. So Crypto says, my update, I did 300. So he's talking about Sublocade here. My hands are so cold. My update, I did a 300, 300, 100, and a 50. I waited 2 months in between each of the last 3 shots. Last shot date was June 15th, and I have had a little insomnia and very mild restlessness for the last couple months. That is awesome, Crypto. That's good to hear. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really good to hear, dude. So you're doing good. You're doing good, my friend. You're doing great. Nothing to write home about, though. I can handle it all easily. That's awesome. I actually think that maybe you're not giving yourself enough credit there, right? What? King says got into a car wreck yesterday, but thank God I'm all right. Dude, what the heck? That's not cool. That is not cool. I'm glad you're okay. What happened, dude? Let's see, guys. I'm currently about 17 minutes behind in the comments, but I'm trying to catch up to y'all as quick as I can. So here we go. KG has an update. She says she's patch dose is down to 15 microgram. She started yesterday. So awesome, awesome stuff, KG. That makes me really happy to see that you were in the right spot. You took your time. You did it right. You waited until you felt like you were ready for it. And here you are pushing yourself to the next patch, lowering dose. So good stuff, KG. Any updates on the hubby? How's he doing with things? Is he still chilling around the 30 milligram mark? I think that's where he was. Somewhere around there, right? 30 milligrams. But congratulations pushing yourself down to that next dose. Hopefully, if all goes well, you won't even notice a difference, KG. That's how I would just try to just try to think of it as like you're just continuing with how you've been going, and don't let your brain psych yourself out into thinking that's going to be some big problem. It shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem, baby. Yeah, so glad you're okay, my friend. Seriously. Honestly, yes, it was my fault because I didn't look twice before turning in a defensive driver. Turning in a defensive driver, and I know better, but this time I decided to not look twice before turning like I usually do. Oh, I'm so paranoid about that. Like, especially when I have people in my car and I'm driving for Uber, like I'll look like 3 times at a stop sign. They're probably like, okay, you could go now, but I'm just so paranoid. So we're glad you're okay, Kingdom. Hopefully insurance takes care of you with all that. Is your car pretty bad, or how bad is your car, bro? I saw somebody said something about Falcon's Cloud. I haven't seen Falcon's Cloud for a while. Falcon's Cloud, you in here? Ah, Slow Mo, you made it, dude. Awesome. Sent out the bat signal. I'm here now. So I'll talk about Slow Mo stuff here in just a moment, guys. I really how are you feeling, Slow Mo? Are you still doing the 2 grams of kratom per day? I wanted to talk about kratom for just a little bit here, guys. I actually have a few different things I want to talk about today. So I'm trying not to get too far behind in the comments. As you all see, I'm trying to catch up to you guys. Escrow account went down a bit. Wow, I would say down a bit. If it changed your payment that much, that's awesome. All right, let's see here. Everything good. 22. So Tara says, you've shown up to YouTube consistently over the past few years. That says work ethic to me. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, it's easy to get burnt out on YouTube. So just something to my people who are making videos out there now, don't let yourself get burned out, because that's how you lose the momentum. And I've done that many times in the past. Like, I'll go really hard with making videos and I'm just like, ugh, burnt out. And then I didn't make videos for months, right? And that's part of the reason why it's taken me so long to get over 3,000 subscribers, right? I think most people can probably get their first 1,000 subscribers in the first year pretty. If you're decently consistent, you could probably do that pretty easily. And the first 1,000 is obviously the hardest, right? But seriously, I think it took me 2 or 3 years to get my first 1,000 subscribers. And that's because there was a point where I was making a short update video every 6 months, right? Like, not giving it really any work, not watering the flowers. Kevin, does anyone around you import cars from Canada? Not that I know of. There is a buddy that I talked to who's been recently, actually, I think he's been recently importing cars, I think from Japan, right-hand drive, those old school MR2 turbos, and just other like old school Japanese right-hand drive cars. He's been importing them recently. So that really kind of caught my interest, because I'm interested in those cars. They're very, collectible type cars. So he said he's going to reach back out to me, let me know if there's any profit in doing that or not. But he's not really sure after it's all said and done how worthwhile it's going to be to do that, because it's quite a big process. And that's why you see those right-hand drive cars marked up here in the States, because the transport and the paperwork things you have to get everything, it's quite a bit of work to do that. Oh, there's Falcons Cloud. What's up, Falcons Cloud? Good to see you back in here, bud. So finally talked to our doctor into giving us what? Oh, shit. Look at this, guys. Falcons Cloud, shout out to you. Finally talked our doctor into giving us the Sublocade shots. My wife got her first 100 milligram shot today. I get mine Friday. Woo-hoo! That is awesome. That is really awesome. Falcons Cloud, what was the dose of Suboxone that you guys were on for your doctor to start you off at the 100 milligram? I find that not a lot of doctors are usually willing to do that, but it seems like as time goes on, more and more doctors are willing to do that. So that is awesome to hear. Let us know what dose. 1 milligram? Whoa, guys, look at that. Wow. Okay, so how many hours ago did your wife get that shot? She might have a feeling of being overly medicated in the first day or two. I would say within the first 24 hours, probably, Falcons. So just tell her, if that happens and she starts to feel like she's over medicated, just calm down and relax. It'll pass soon, right? It should be within the first day or two, 9 a.m. Okay, so how's she feeling right now? Does she feel like it's a lot of medication or not? But yeah, if you guys are going from 1 milligram of Suboxone to the 100 milligram shot, you have an awesome doctor. So I would just tell your doctor, thank you for working with me and adjusting my dose, right? Because there are a lot of doctors out there that will say 300 milligram starting dose or nothing, right? So she's been sleepy. Yeah. So that she'll probably, if she gets, some people get really energized from higher doses of bupe. Some people get sleepy like that. So your wife will probably be sleepy for the next day or two, but just tell her to, if she can, just relax and chill. And in the next few days, she'll be feeling right as rain and steady as can be. Right. So make sure you tell her to keep an eye, and this is obviously TMI, make sure to keep an eye on her constipation and to keep up on it. Make sure that she's getting stuff out. And if she's not, then she needs to be taking supplements to help loosen her stools, so to speak, right? Drink at least a half a gallon of water a day. That'll keep her hydrated, because right now her bupe levels in her body are going up, because the 100 milligram shot will raise your levels more than just the 1 milligram of Suboxone did, right? So that is really awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Are you also on the same dose, Falcons Cloud? Hopefully your insurance is covering most, if not all, of your shots. But that is awesome. So Falcon's Cloud says, yes, sir. So that is so cool. So cool. Does your doctor have a plan set out for you guys as far as how many shots he wants you to do, or is he open to kind of adjusting as you go? Charles says, hey guys, if anyone remembers, I'm the quad that has severe pain and burning of the lower legs and got the okay for Sublocade, but unfortunately because of my spinal cord issues, doctor says no shot. Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. I kind of remember that conversation we were talking about that, Charles. So, I mean, if your doctor says no go for the shot, then it's probably for the best, right? It's kind of debatable whether Sublocade is a good idea for somebody who struggles with chronic pain or not. We've heard some mixed reviews on that. So I'll just say that, right? If your doctor says no, then just be okay with it and just work with whatever he wants you to do from here. So Falcon's Class says he's talking about keeping us on it, but our plan is around 3 to 4 shots, then stopping. I think that's a great idea. Yeah. Let's see. KG, I hope you keep up the hard work, my friend. Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Tara, but I'm not innocent. I've been drinking, so embarrassed to tell y'all. Hey, I've been drinking too. Not drinking, but I got drunk on this last weekend. Maybe this is a good time to talk about that. Actually, yeah, let's talk about that. But before I do, let's go ahead and thank the sponsors of the week, as we are about 40 minutes into the live stream. So super shout out to the sponsors of the week. You see them scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Super shout out to KG Smith coming through with a $200 Christmas donation. I really appreciate that, KG Smith. Absolutely incredible sponsor bomb. I appreciate the love and consistency that you always show to this channel, KG Smith. Thank you. And thanks for getting us the update on your 15 microgram patch. You are killing it, girl, killing it. But she says here she's been drinking, but she's embarrassed to tell y'all. You don't be embarrassed. It's going to be all right. How often have you been drinking, KG? And how much have you been drinking? Also, we had Kimmy B coming through with an incredible Christmas donation as well, and Kingdom Within and Marky Rizzo. Remember, guys, that your donations are what make it possible for this channel to grow. Unfortunately, YouTube will never monetize this live stream, so I will never make a penny from the YouTubes, even though there are tons of people that watch this channel and spend a lot of time watching this channel. YouTube don't care about that. We talking about addiction, so they'd be like, nah, bruh. All right. So if you value this channel, guys, and you're in the position to be able to support, you can do so at the Venmo or the Cashapp links that are on the screen now. Or you could also do a super chat or a super sticker if you're watching on the live or the replay crew. So shout out to everybody who has showed some love to this channel in the past, present, and future. Shout out to the future peep. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. All right. Thank you to the sponsor bomb crew. Let's get back to the comments, but this is a part where I wanted to go ahead and talk about my getting drunk experience, guys. Some of you may or may not know that alcohol isn't really something I've struggled with too much in my life. Well, let me rewind that back a little bit. So back in my active opiate addiction days, I used to drink quite a bit, right? I used to have toxic relationships that I kept getting myself into. And I'm not placing the blame on them. I'm placing the blame on the fact that I was toxic myself. I was always taking painkillers, drinking alcohol, taking steroids, right? What else? Probably a few other things, but those are the main things, right? Those were my main ingredients. I used to have to literally drink alcohol for any family event, for any time I would hang out with, like, if I was dating somebody or my girlfriend come over for the weekend. It's like I had to drink every time. That or I was jacked up on painkillers, right? But after my painkiller addiction ended and I got on Suboxone, and I was dating after that, then I would still have to be drinking shots of vodka when I was dating somebody new. They would come over, I would feel a bit uncomfortable, and so you drink those shots to kind of take the edge off. And before you know it, it's like you're having to drink every time you see this person, which can be a pretty damn big red flag, right? Um, Especially if you're somebody who's in recovery. I guess I never really was too worried about alcohol addiction, even though I should have been, because probably 80% of my family struggles with alcohol addiction to some extent. My dad was a hardcore alcoholic. He drank a lot of vodka every single night. And I saw that growing up, right? And so I just knew that I didn't really want that lifestyle for me. And so I think that's a big reason of why I never really went down the alcohol path. Same with smoking cigarettes. Like my dad was always smoking in the room and I hated it so bad. So maybe that was a blessing in disguise, having him smoking in the house like that, because I always hated the smell of the cigarettes. Every time I would go home to my mom's, I would be smelling like cigarettes. And so I just knew deep down, like as a kid, I was like, I don't ever want to smell like that when I'm able to, right? When I'm on my own and living on my own. So I never have smoked a cigarette in my entire life, probably just because of that, I would guess. But I did see him drinking a lot of liquor, alcohol over the years. My brother struggled a lot with alcohol addiction. Many of my really good friends struggle with the same thing. A lot of people in my family, my close family, and my extended family struggle with alcohol addiction, right? So I think that maybe that watching the things that happened to people while they were drinking and all the drama that came from drinking, I think that really kind of maybe it just kind of etched something in my brain as a child that I don't really want to have to be dependent on alcohol, like I'm seeing so many people around me are. So fast forwarding to where am I going from here? So I got rid of a really toxic relationship that I was in back in 2017. Yeah, this was a lot. I actually have it on a video when I was one of my last times I was messed up on Oxy 30s. And I said, 2017 is going to be one of the biggest changing years of my life. And this is when I'm like out of my mind, like almost stopped breathing on this video. And I was like, there's going to be some huge changes coming to my life in 2017. And there were some major, major changes. That was probably the biggest changing year of my life. And God, I keep getting sidetracked in my brain here. Sorry, guys. So where was I going? So I got rid of the toxic relationships. And then I spent a lot of time working on myself and just being alone and being okay with myself. And that's something I think a lot of people could really, really benefit from in their life. If you're constantly trying to fill whatever emptiness you have inside you with other people or other people's validation or drugs or whatever it is, social media or whatever it is, then you're going to kind of feel like you can't really ever be at peace, right? And your peace is only going to be you're only going to be at peace when you have external things or drugs fulfilling you. So if you can learn how to just be alone with yourself for a while and not have to date somebody, not have to sleep with somebody, not have to take hardcore drugs to fill whatever void might be missing, then I think that would be a major, major, major life improvement for any one of you watching this. If you guys are in that position, I know there are a lot of people. I would guess, if I had to guess, probably most people, they rely on having to have somebody constantly around them, or they have to rely on some sort of substance to take them to kind of fill that void, right? So if you're able to just be at peace with yourself without taking drugs, I think that you'll be much better off in the long run as far as what you will tolerate in your life. So just a quick side thing, but where the hell was I going with this? I keep getting something like I'm going through memory lane here and it's kind of distracting me. So forgive me guys on that. Okay, so let's get back to the drinking thing. So you guys have known we've been talking about how we're going to do, there's a group of us who are going to go attempt to do 2024 with zero alcohol. And so if you would like to be included in that trial, then let us know, guys. I'll probably make a short video about that so we can get some people to comment and we'll see who's down to do that. But I'm definitely one of those people. And it had been at least, I would guess, probably at least 6 months since I've had a shot of alcohol. And so I made a conscious decision to say, hey, I'm going to try to get tipsy one last time before 2024 gets here. So because I honestly, it was almost like I kind of forgot what that felt like to be drunk or buzzed, I guess you could say. So how that went for me, guys, was I took a shot of vodka, chased it with some orange juice, and I got up to like 3 or 4 shots. And I was like, what the hell? This is stupid. I don't feel anything. And keep in mind, guys, that I'm literally like trying to be very intentional with what I feel when the alcohol kicks in. I'm like, let's see exactly what this feels like, what my body feels like, what my head feels like. Is this a pleasant experience? Is it, how is the experience of being drunk? Because it's been so long since I'd been drunk. So 3 shots in, I don't feel anything. I take a 4th shot. I start to barely feel that little warming sensation, I guess you could call it, through your blood. And then I take a 5th shot, and this is probably within, I don't know, 20 minutes. I went about 5 shots deep, and then it started to kick in. And then I was like, I'm going to take 2 more shots. So I took 7 shots, guys, within probably a 30-minute period. And because I was amazed, I wasn't feeling anything yet. After like 4 shots, I was like, what the hell? I'm really not even feeling it, which was surprising because you'd think that your tolerance would be super low. I don't know if it's just because I had a lot of food in my stomach or what, but basically I got to 7 shots. The being drunk feeling was kicking in fully. And I was just like literally trying to wrap my mind around why people want to do that every day. And it was not, I was like, I could literally go the rest of, this is exactly what I was thinking. Once I felt the full effects of the 7 shots that I took on Friday, was I could literally go the rest of my life and not ever have to feel this again and be 100% okay with it. The feeling that I felt from getting drunk after 6 months, it was it was just noticeable that, hey, my body's now off, right? My coordination is now off. That's literally about all it felt like. I didn't have no amazing euphoric feelings, or I wasn't like, oh, this feels so good. It was nothing like that, guys. And so I pretty much just had this realization, like, I almost don't even feel like I need to keep track anymore from here. And I haven't been keeping track. As you guys know, I said I probably only drank 2 or 3 or 4 times in all of 2023. But it was just such a I'm trying to think of the right words to describe this experience. It was just lackluster is the easiest thing I could think, right? This is just like, dang, people throw their lives away for this feeling. People stay addicted to this substance every day and every night. They can't leave their house because they've been drinking for this feeling. People make stupid, foolish decisions and go drive their car when they're drunk and could possibly crash and kill and hurt somebody for this feeling. Like, what the fuck, dude? It is not that cool. It is not that good. Now, I'm just speaking for myself and what my experience was. If you enjoy alcohol, and this goes back to what we've been talking about a lot lately on the channel. So I don't want to just say anybody who drinks alcohol, you're a dumbass. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying for me and my body type and my addiction past history, alcohol just doesn't fit into my life right now at this point. Right. So if you guys have a healthy relationship with alcohol, that's cool. If you guys enjoy it, that's cool. It's much like the people out there who really enjoy smoking weed. That's cool. Like if that's your thing and if that works for you and you don't have like an unhealthy relationship with it, by all means go for it. But for me personally, I don't think I ever need to drink alcohol again in my whole life, and I would be totally okay with that. So I was really surprised I didn't have a hangover the next day. Honestly, I obviously drank a bunch of water before bed because I didn't want to have a hangover the next day. But yeah, all in all, guys, like, it was just very lackluster. It was very like, this is it. Like, that's kind of the thought I had. So let me know your guys' thoughts on drinking alcohol. Do you guys have a healthy relationship with alcohol? Who else wants to do the 2024 no drinking alcohol challenge with us? Obviously, it's kind of a cheesy thing, but hey, why not, right? Why not? Sorry, I'm so far behind in the comments, guys. I'm going to go ahead and remove this and get back to, where is it? Where is it? Sorry, I forgot how to work this channel. Oh, how do I do this? Sorry, guys. Bear with me a sec. Forgot how to take this stuff off here. Okay, so back to the comments we go here. So Slow-Mo, if you're still in here, sorry for, wow, guys. I feel so bad. I'm like all over the place here. 24 people in here, guys. Please smash the like so it lets others know we're in here hanging out. Let's try to get that baby up to 30 people if we can. There we go. 26 people. Smash the like, guys. Smash the like. Everyone bang that like button real quick and we'll get that baby up to 30 real quick. Sorry, I got some background noise going here. Bruh. Hold on a sec, guys. We are at 20 likes. If we can get that baby to 25, we should be good to go. So I appreciate y'all who have smashed the like button. If there's somebody that you know in your personal life that could benefit from this crowd of people, this type of discussion, send the video out to them. I'd appreciate it. Get some more people in here hanging out. Gosh, I wish I could just hit every comment in here, guys. So Slow-Mo says he took 1 gram of Kratom. So guys, Slow-Mo has been using a small dose of Kratom to get himself off of Suboxone, which is awesome, awesome stuff. You guys know that there's been many debates on this channel about Kratom versus Suboxone. You guys know that I've given plenty of warnings about Kratom. I think that it can help a lot of people in the right circumstance, right? Slow-Mo is ready to put this addiction lifestyle behind him. And I could definitely feel that he's a man on a mission, right? Slow-Mo, let me know if you're still in here. If you could just put a quick comment. I'll watch for that to pop up. So he's a man on a mission. And yesterday on Kimmy's live stream, we were talking about how he's doing Kratom. Because at first he was like, this Kratom shit is absolutely disgusting. And he was like really choking it down. Okay, so he's still here. So I was like, dude, try some OJ. And a few other people said, mix it with OJ. You don't want to just mix it like a cup in a tea. You got to shake that shit. Shake it in like a salt shaker. So, and this is for the Kratom people. If you hate the way Kratom tastes, just mix a little bit of orange juice in there. But he's actually doing something quite a bit different, right? So he's only taking 2 grams, guys, 2 grams a day, right? See, now that's how you kick ass with Kratom, right? You don't just blindly scoops in or take, a whole bunch of capsules all at once and not knowing what you're taking. You understand Kratom, how it works. You understand that it can be a trap if you let it, and then you navigate from there, right? I had many people warn me about Kratom and the traps of Kratom. And so I was always very, very careful with Kratom. I always made sure the thing that if you want to avoid the Kratom trap, guys, or the Kratom pickle, you could call it, is just take enough to be okay. If you take Kratom and you get some sort of euphoric feeling or buzz or super, super huge amounts of energy, that's how the unhealthy relationships with Kratom can start to form, right? Because you're getting this huge amount of euphoria that you shouldn't have, right? So he experienced that a couple of times with a different type of Kratom that he was taking. And so after him realizing that he was taking Kratom extracts, he's now taking a different type of Kratom, and he's only taking 2 grams a day. And how he's doing it is something I've never really heard of anybody doing. So he's mixing 2 grams of Kratom in a decent amount of OJ, it sounds like, and he's just slowly sipping on it throughout the day. And I was just thinking about that. In a way, you can kind of think about that as like almost how it's almost like turning your Kratom into a mini Sublocade shot in a way, right? Because if you take Kratom by the scoop, and it all kicks in within 15, 20 minutes, guys. And then you get whatever feeling you're going to get from it. And then it falls off pretty quick. But if he's just slowly sipping on a small little dose, it's just going to be kind of like a Sublocade experience, right? Obviously not nearly as much in his blood with 2 grams a day. Like it's barely even getting into his system, right? But it's enough to keep him out of withdrawal. So that's a really cool way to do it. And I thought that maybe that could benefit some other people with how he's doing that. Because if you take it the way I would say 99.9% of people take it, they take, 4 or 5 grams or capsules or whatever at a time, and then it kicks in and then it falls off. But if you don't ever have it kick in, and you could just slowly just have a little tiny bit of kratom just dusting your receptors, keeping you out of withdrawal, it's going to be a lot less, in my opinion, a lot less risk to form an addiction or a habit to kratom, because you're not getting that boost, right? You're not getting any euphoria. You're just simply keeping yourself out of withdrawal. And then what you can do is when he's ready to finish up with the 2 grams, he could just probably lower it to 1.5 grams a day, mix it up in his drink, and that's what he gets for the day. It's his allowance, right? And so it's such a small, low dose that he's giving himself, and it's just barely keeping him right out of withdrawal, right? Or at least keeping most of the Suboxone withdrawal at bay. Now, keep in mind, guys, that he tapered down to a really low dose of Suboxone, and that is definitely the recommended way if somebody is going to use kratom to get off of Suboxone. You need to be down to a really low dose, or it's likely not going to work too well. So, and that's just going off of my experience and what many other people have on this channel shared what their experience was like. So, really, really cool to see how he's doing that. I really like the idea that he's doing it that way. He said yesterday, he's like, you probably won't think this is a good idea, but I actually think that's a pretty damn good idea. Pretty creative too. So awesome stuff. Slow-mo says, thanks, Kev. That was all God telling me to sip throughout the day. Yeah, dude, I think it's really cool idea. Like, seriously. I'm really surprised. I've never thought of doing it that way. Out of all the different shit I've experienced and thought about, I've never thought about doing it how he's doing it, and just making your kratom drink for the day and then just sipping on it like it's water. Take a few sips here and there, right? And that'll just give you a tiny bit of kratom here and there. And it sounds like it's really working out for him. So maybe he's onto something with that. Slow-mo, maybe you should make a video talking about that, because I don't think I've ever heard anybody do it the way you're doing it. So I think it's really cool and rare that you're doing it that way. Sorry, guys, I'm 30 minutes behind the combo. I'm going to go ahead and boost myself on up here and try to get caught up to you guys. Falcons Cloud says, we're still here, bud. Slow-mo says, I'm not smart enough to come up with that. Well, you're doing it. Josh Trot says, hey, y'all, I'm on week 9 after my second shot. First was 300 milligrams. Second was 150, and none since. If there's no major withdrawals, I'm going for it. Awesome stuff, Josh. Let us know how that goes, and congratulations on pushing yourself out 9 weeks. Even just that is a major difference compared to where you likely once were with having to self-dose yourself every day with Suboxone, right? Just a quick side note, guys. We are right at the record on this channel. 32 people in here, guys. Please, everyone, smash that like button right now so we can get that baby over 32 for the first time ever. Share this video with somebody that could benefit from this information. If you guys know anybody in your life that takes kratom, if they take Suboxone, if they're an opiate addict, if they're on fentanyl, send them this video, guys. Please smash the like if you can. Let's get that baby over 32 people in here. That is a record that we just tied for the channel. Great to see. I'm feeling amazing today. There we go. 33. That's the record, guys. Woo, 33 people. Good to see everybody in here. Thank you guys for joining me on this journey. Appreciate you guys. Just a quick heads up, guys. Remember that after the football season is over, we will continue doing the Sunday live streams. And also the Wednesday live streams. Remember, guys, that the Wednesday live streams are always this same time, same place. We always do them for at least 2 hours is the minimum we usually go for. We've been on here today for 1 hour and 3 minutes. Let's keep the conversation going. So Kimmy says, KG, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a problem. Only you know if it is. I drank and smoked on Christmas. So it sounds like there's a few of us who indulged a little bit, and that's all right. Keenan was saying, Kevin, are you guilting yourself for drinking? And I literally, guys, I had zero guilt about drinking. That is that's definitely something that I don't, and it must just be because I haven't really had much of a problem with drinking, right? And I know it's not an issue for me personally, thank God, right? I've had my own issues, things that have been my own kryptonite, and thankfully alcohol hasn't been one of them. But yeah, I had absolutely zero guilt about drinking this last weekend because I kind of knew it was like my last hurrah, right? And it definitely. Oh, another thing I was going to say too, it really reminded me of the last time I took painkillers back in, I think it was 2020. I don't know if you guys knew this or have heard this or have me heard talk about this, but I think it was right when the Roni hit in 2020. I was just really overwhelmed and really isolated from the world. And my buddy was able to get some painkillers. So I think I bought, if I remember right, I think it was seven Oxy 30s or Roxy Blue 30s. Thank God they weren't fake and didn't wipe me out, right? But it was the same thing as when I took those. It was like, wow, this is a really underwhelming feeling. I'm like, I can't believe I was such a slave to these drugs for so long. And I spent so much money on these drugs. It was just like, I almost wonder if God or spirit or source or whatever you believe in was just like, all right, he's had enough of this shit. Like, let's block whatever pathways in his brain that used to get pleasure from this. And I know there's a lot of people that get that same way from Suboxone, right? For a lot of people, Suboxone is like this miracle cure at first. And they're like, yes, this is amazing. I'm not on street drugs anymore. And then over the years, Suboxone can turn on you, right? Especially if you stay at a high dose. And so that's why a lot of people do really well with their Suboxone at a lower dose. It still gives them that added insurance of keeping their opiate receptors protected from the harder stuff, at least mostly, right? Falcon's Cloud just coming through with a sponsor bomb. Let me go ahead and pull that up now. Let me scroll on down. Why is it not on this screen? Shout out to you, Falcon's Cloud, showing love to the channel up in here. He says, thanks for sharing your time with us. Absolutely, you are more than welcome. And thank you for sharing with us what you guys are going through right now, Falcon's Cloud. That's a major life-changing transition that you're going through right now. You and your wife are both going to switch from Suboxone to Sublocade, and I promise you guys, you will get so much more freedom from doing just that. Let's go ahead and fire up the sponsor jet for Falcon's Cloud, showing the love to the channel with a sponsor bomb, baby. Oh, you know what that sound means. Take cover, Shun. Take cover. Boom. Falcon's Cloud, shout out to you coming back and showing your love to the channel once again with a super chat. I appreciate the love, and I look forward to hearing how it goes from here, Falcon's Cloud. Make sure that you let us know how the transition goes. Take notes if you can, right? Maybe you can share them with us. Take notes on how your transition dose went, what your opinion is for somebody going from 1 milligram of Suboxone like you guys are to the 100 milligram shot. I want to hear some feedback from you and your wife, Falcon's Cloud. Let us know if you think that it was too much, right, for your first shot, or if you think it was just about perfect, or if you think it wasn't enough for some reason. I don't see how the latter part could happen. But also, guys, keep in mind to the Sublocade people that the first month is the hardest month. Why is that? Well, that's because you're getting used to the steady stream of bupe in your blood versus the taking the medication and having it kick in and then falling off throughout the day. You're kind of a little bit of a roller coaster on Suboxone, right? Because of the half-life of the medication. Once you switch to Sublocade, it's just like a flat line. Once you get used to the dose, which after a day or two, your body should stabilize and you should just be feeling like this from there. You're not going to have the big energy boost kick in that some people get from Suboxone. And that's a comment that I had on the channel, I think just yesterday. Somebody was saying, I really want Sublocade, but I get so much awesome energy from Suboxone. And I'm like, yeah, if you're not ready to give that up, then you're not ready for Sublocade, because you don't get that feeling anymore, guys. I'm just making sure that everybody understands that once you switch to Sublocade, it is a different experience, even though it is the same medication, bupe. It's the half-life that changes the experience so much, right? So let's get back to the comments. I was right around. Sorry for being so far behind, guys. I want to make sure I at least hit on the comments that people need me to respond to, right? Having a really good turnout of people here today, and I really appreciate you guys. Remember that the after party today, and we try to do what we call the piggyback. I'm gonna name it the piggyback. Tara is gonna take the piggyback today off the end of my stream, and so sometimes I think Kimmy might do it. Sometimes Tara might do it. Whoever posts first in the first part of the chat, whoever wants to do that, just let me know. It's a good way for you guys to help build your channel and get people from this channel onto your channel, right? Which is what we all want to do. We want to bring all the channels up together, right? So I just ask that y'all keep me in mind if y'all blow up down the line in the future. Just remember that old Kev was trying to help you guys build your channel. So we all boats rise together, they say, right? So Sonny S is in the house. Good to see you, Sonny. Good to see you. He says, "What's up, Kev?" Kingdom says, "Only injury I got is on the top of my head. Pretty nasty cut." Damn, dude. Did you have to get stitches or no? A lot of people where I am import from Canada and change out speedometers. Dang. Is that legal? Oh, because they got to change it from the kilometers to miles per hour, right? So KG, I love that. She says, "Put me on the list for no alcohol 2024." Jeff too. All right. We got 2 more people on the 2024. Remember, guys, I'm going to put out a video probably within the next 7 days. That's going to be somewhere where everybody can go comment, say I'm in on the challenge, and then that way we can, if somebody falls off for the challenge, they can go back to the comment just by I slipped up on this date or whatever it is, if that happens, because there's going to be some people that don't make it the entire year. But let's get a good amount of people that join that challenge, because I think why not, right? If you guys are somebody who's struggled with alcohol, or you don't like the way that you act or things that you say or do on alcohol, why not get rid of that, right? If that's not a problem for you and you're able to just casually have a drink here and there, and alcohol isn't really an addiction of sorts for you, maybe that's not going to be something you want to partake in. But Charles says, "So sounds like I'm on 8 milligrams of Subutex for at least the near future. Damn, anxiety and guilt are back." Well, Charles, I know with you having that chronic pain, you're going to need something to help manage your pain. And I know Mikey talks a lot about how he gets a lot of relief from Subutex, 8 milligrams as well. So maybe that's right where you need to be. Is the anxiety, I don't understand the anxiety part around it. Is that from just being on Subutex you get anxiety? I don't know if I understand that part. But the self-guilt, a lot of people can relate to. But hey, you're on a different level, right? You have chronic pain, and it sounds like you likely have had some addiction issues in the past too. So let's see, where am I at here? Scrolling, keep these doggies scrolling. KG says, I already read that part. Still got 27 people up in here, guys. I appreciate y'all joining this live stream. Where was I at in the comments? So I'm way behind in the comments, guys. Be patient. I will get caught up. Right now, I'm on 4 grams every 4 hours, 3 times a day. So that is awesome. Kingdom. I know you've been working on that, and I know that you've tried to do a cold turkey withdrawal, and that's really hard to do, as you know, right? Even from respectable doses like he's on. He's only taking 12, 15 grams a day. That still definitely has a withdrawal for sure. Basically 12 grams a day. I really want to be done with this green stuff though. So what's the plan for your chronic pain, Kingdom, once you come off of Kratom? Or is that no longer too big of an issue that you can't handle? Reed's, what's up, Reed? Good to see you, bro. It's been a while, man. He says, "Holy crap, 7 shots within 30 minutes." Yeah, dude. And I couldn't even barely feel it. It took a while for those 7 shots to kick in, which was mind blowing. Because like I said, I don't ever drink. And so I would have thought that by the time I got to 4 or 5 shots, I would have been pretty damn drunk, but it wasn't like that for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't know if you guys could tell me why you think that happened, but I would guess that most people, if they drank 6 or 7 shots, they would be, even if they had a tolerance to alcohol. Isn't that kind of a lot still? I don't know. All right, where am I at in the comments here? Slow-mo says a lot of peeps drank. Yeah, a lot of people do drink. A lot of people. Yeah, Kingdom, maybe, have you considered trying to do it the way that Slow-mo's doing it with sipping on the Kratom drink as like a just a slow thing all day long? Not all day, but just having a drink like a water, like I have this water thing. Like when you're thirsty, take a drink. And if it has a little bit of Kratom in there, it'll dust your receptors and keep you out of withdrawal, right? I really think he might be onto something with that, guys. I think he might have unintentionally found a great way for people to help get themselves off Kratom or even off of Suboxone, right? Another thing too, you guys saw on the community post that I made the other day. I want to bring this up too because I feel like some people think that I kind of fearmonger Kratom, and I don't ever want you guys to feel that way, right? I just want you guys to be warned. Is it? And to be careful, right? As I care about you guys. So I wanted to talk about the community. If you go into the community tab on my channel where you can see all the different votes, stuff that I did, just a quick thing. It looks like 81% of people who watch this channel take caffeine on a frequent basis. So there are a lot of us out here on this channel who take caffeine on a regular basis, which doesn't surprise me, right? But I didn't know it would be that many amounts. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of us. But back to the Kratom. So I made a post 8 days ago. It looks like we had 71 votes on this, and it was almost dead even, guys. So there are plenty of people. I'm gonna read the question and I'm gonna read the answers so you guys can just kind of get the backstory. So I said, attention, Kratom and Suboxone folks. And Reed, you're up in here. You have a lot of experience with Suboxone and Kratom as well, Reed. So let me know what you think about this. I said asking for a friend, and I was asking for Slow-mo. I said, have you taken Kratom to help get you off of Suboxone? Question mark. If so, were you able to successfully come off the Kratom shortly after coming off of subs, or was it a bad experience? And then, so how the votes went: 20% of you said yes. Yes, Kratom worked great, and I was off Kratom shortly after. And then another 20% of you, so it was dead even on the votes. 21% of you said it's not a good idea. Kratom's short half-life made it too challenging. So that right there says that there are plenty of people who have successfully used Kratom to get them off of Suboxone and then successfully moved on from Kratom shortly after. So that right there tells you that, hey, there are plenty of people out there that this does work for. So I just wanted to touch on that, guys. I don't ever want you guys to feel bad for being on Kratom just because I didn't have the best of luck trying to use Kratom to get off of Suboxone. There are plenty of people who we've interviewed on this channel who have successfully done it, but you just have to be really, really careful with Kratom is all I got to say. Take the lowest amount you can. And if you get into a situation like Slow-mo did, where he was getting quote unquote high or extra euphoria off of it, then that means your dose of Kratom is too high, right? And that's when the habit forming stuff can start to begin. So just take enough Kratom. If you're going through this and you're trying to do this, just take enough Kratom to get you from being sick, right? Is basically the goal. Yeah. Back to the comments here. So let's see. Marky says, if I quit Red Bull, I'm something. The heart is blocking this. I'm something. I'd say $250 a month. Damn, Marky. Yeah, I gave up the energy drinks, guys, because of that exact reason. I was spending $5 a day, and yeah, I didn't. I knew it was a lot of money, but I wasn't adding it up like that. If you guys are drinking those Red Bull energy drinks and you're spending $250 a month, an easy way to save yourself a lot of money is take this with a warning label, just like I give with the Kratom. You can go to Walmart in the medicine section and you could buy a bottle of caffeine pills, guys. $30. That'll be like a month's supply. Or sorry, $3 for a bottle of like 60 caffeine pills. And every one of those caffeine pills is just like taking a cup of coffee, right? So I got off the energy drinks and saved myself a good $200 or $300 a month just by taking the caffeine pills. I'd take one in the morning. It's equal to a cup of coffee. Whoop-de-doo, right? But it's to the point now again where I don't even feel it. So it's like, okay, why am I even doing this? And it's likely just because I don't want to have a caffeine headache later on in the day. Good to see you guys. I see y'all posting comments. Just be patient with me. I'm way behind in the comments, but I will get caught up. I'm bouncing back and forth between the live comments and the older comments, guys. So Kim, it's like I tell myself no more, and I find myself the very same day drinking, going on vacation for the weekend, and I know we will party. Just hope I can stop. I never thought this would happen. So yeah. Sorry that's going on, KG. I didn't realize it was. Is it something that's going on daily for you? Or how often would you say on an average week, KG? How often are you find yourself drinking? Yeah, I'm glad that you realize that you see that there could be an issue forming here. So just be good to yourself and pace yourself. You're going to be all right. Thanks for letting us know though, KG. Because there are a lot of people who they come off of Suboxone, and I've seen this happen many, many times on this channel. A lot of people, it's like there's something missing when they come off Suboxone, right? And there's like there's a void in their life of some sort. And their dopamine levels are extremely low, right? And they're seeking something to get their dopamine higher. And some people that's Kratom, some people that's alcohol, some people that's a different substance, whatever it ends up being. Just be careful, guys, for those of you who are wanting to get off of Suboxone or have gotten off of Suboxone. Just watch out for that trap back door, right? And try not to go the wrong way with a different substance is just kind of saying, because there have been plenty of people who have done that. So Mike says pain, pills, booze, and gear. I knew it well also. Yeah. Serious. That's exactly what I was doing for many years, Mike. Those three things. Yep. It's not really a good it's not really a good combo, right? So I'm way behind, 40 minutes behind in the comments, guys. Deadlock says, does Sublocade give you the same or worse constipation? I've been on 8 milligrams of Suboxone for the last 10 years. I should be getting my shot next month. My doctor wants me to start at 300. So a couple different things to comment there. Some people say that constipation isn't as bad, but some people say it is just the same as Suboxone. So it's going to be different for everybody on that one. I would just say, make sure that you monitor your poos. And if you're not going every day or every other day, then take some type of supplement to get things going, right? Ask your doctor if maybe he can prescribe you a medication to help with constipation. There are many of things over the counter. I think it's Miralax. Is that the one, guys? There's stool softeners you can take over the counter. Also, make sure you're drinking at least a half a gallon of water a day if you're on Suboxone, Kratom, or Sublocade. But I think going from 8 milligrams to the 300 milligram shot, that's a perfect transition dose. You should be good to go. Just be ready to feel normal, because that's how you're going to feel. You're not going to feel the highs and lows anymore like you do when you take your Suboxone. So just be ready to feel normal. And just remember, the first month is the hardest because you're rewiring your brain to get out of the daily habit of taking something. That's why it's hardest the first month. But once you hit your second shot, you'll be on cruise control. KG says, yes, Tara, I can tell y'all things I can't tell anyone else. Yeah. And a lot of people feel the same way, right? They don't want to talk about this stuff to people in their personal life. They don't want to feel like they're judged or misunderstood or something like that, right? So that's why you guys can come here and share what you're going through. If what you're doing is working, great. If it's not, let's talk about it. Loyal Tangi says, howdy. What's up, Loyal Tangi? Good to see you. Falcons Class says, found out my testosterone level was at 100. My doctor said that was causing some issues too. Yes. Yeah, that is a very, very low testosterone. I think I remember telling you that I guarantee you that your testosterone would be low if you're on Suboxone, especially for any amount of time. The longer you're on Suboxone, chances are the lower your testosterone levels are. So definitely, I always stress to you guys, get your testosterone levels checked. It's very simple to do that. So KG says about 4 beers, 4 days a week. Oh, that's not as bad as I was thinking, KG. You were kind of making it sound like it was like chugging liquor every night. It could be a lot worse than that, KG. It could definitely be a lot worse. But now that we know that's where you're at, We'll keep tabs on you. Let us know if there's any updates or changes to that. Go have yourself a good vacation, but maybe challenge yourself sometimes here and there, KG. Like, hey, I drank 4 beers 4 days a week. Let's try 3 beers 4 days a week this week, or something like that. Maybe take a day or two on your vacation. It's like, what? Let's just not drink any alcohol. We don't need it, right? Challenge yourself in some sort of ways, just like you did with your tapering Suboxone. Sometimes you got to just step up and challenge yourself. Have Jeff cheer you on, and you guys cheer each other on. If you guys are drinking the same amount, but hey, I only did 3 tonight. How many did you do? Like, have some fun with it, right? Try to turn the taper into some fun. I was the same age from 14 to 30, and it was super depressing having to be buzzed just to socialize with family and friends, and then end up making a fool out of myself. Yes, that last part especially, right? That last part especially. I was watching a video on, I think it was, what's his name? Oh, Grant Becker or something like that. Something Becker. Alex Becker. I don't remember his name. You guys probably know who I'm talking about, but he was talking about how alcohol, and I don't think I can say this word because it's kind of disrespectful and rude, but he said alcohol makes you, the handicap word, but with an R. And I'm not going to say that on here. But he says alcohol makes you R, right? He says it literally lowers your IQ like 70 points, he said. And he was like, think about it. Like, you're stumbling and falling all over the place, just making horrible decisions, especially when you're drunk, right? It's one thing if you're just chilling out, having a couple beers, but if you're like drinking to get drunk, or you're getting belligerent, or like starting crap with your family, that's a big problem. That's a big problem. Just on a side note, guys, I don't know if you guys remember me talking about how I had to cut my brother out of my life because he was always starting drama when he was drunk. I've seen him now twice, Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's like I have my brother back. He's not drinking, and he is just chill like he always was before he was drinking, right? So it's like I feel like my brother is coming back into my life after 3 or 4 years. I had to cut him out of my life because he was always causing drama at our family events when he was drinking. Now he's not drinking. It's like, wow, dude, like it's not even the same person. It's incredible how much some people don't really change that much, but some people change a lot when they're drinking, right? Especially in high amounts. So he says later that night, and then the next day would be horrible and depressing, not just because of the hangover, but because what I did to embarrass myself the night before. This is why I don't drink like I used to, and just recently decided to completely kick it to the curb due to me getting drunk this past holiday. So I'm glad I'm not the only one that was out there drinking this last weekend. It sounds like there's been a few of you who have realized that it's probably something that you're wanting to put behind you in your life, right? Reed says you drank way too fast. The effects are way different if you drink that fast. Usually no euphoria. If you slam shots, just a nasty feeling. If you paced yourself, it would have been night and day difference. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't imagine myself pacing myself with alky. I don't know. It just doesn't sound like I couldn't picture me having any fun from doing that. I was like, I want to get this in and I want to get this over with. So can you guys relate to what Reed said? Is it a lot different if you take a bunch of shots all at once versus just slowly taking some? I don't know. I don't remember the last time I've just like kind of slowly eased into it. Honestly, I don't remember what really even that feels like. So can you guys agree with what he's saying about it would have been a lot different if I just like what are you saying, Reed? Like what would be the way that would have been better if I was doing shots? Like 2 shots an hour, or what do you think? I've never really thought of it that way. It's interesting that he says that. Tara says 2024, no alcohol tribe. I'm so down. Slomo says, yep, so many people seek out people, drugs, and alcohol to fill the void. It never works. Exactly. Yeah, you got to realize that all you really ever needed in yourself is already right here within yourself, right? You can try to fill the void with people or social media or porn or weed or whatever the hell the substance is, but at the end of the day, you're still going to be there underneath all of it. I'm just like to the point where I'm at in my life now. It's like I don't want anything that's going to throw my psychology out of balance, right? Like that's why 420 is not enjoyable to me at all. I don't like when my head doesn't feel normal. And so that's why I believe I don't enjoy alcohol. I don't enjoy 420. I don't enjoy anything that throws my head out of like the norm, because I know that there's going to be a backlash to that, right? So Cody says beer or wine is way more enjoyable. See, I've tried all that different stuff over all the time, and like when I drank wine, I would get headaches from like the sugary stuff that's in the wine. And beer, I would just feel like bloated and burpy. So I don't know. For me, it's a lot of it goes back to like I don't know. Yeah, I never really enjoyed beer or wine, but it sounds like that's working better for you than shots. Hustle says being drunk kind of sucks. For some people, yeah. Some people, it sounds like some people enjoy being drunks, and that's okay too, right? Like at the end of the day, all that matters is how is that working out for you. If it sucks, like Hustle says, then it's probably not the best idea for him. But there might be somebody else who really loves the way that they feel on alcohol. Just like there's people, there's some people that feel great on methadone. There's some people that feel great on Suboxone. Some people feel great on Kratom. It all just goes back to how is that working out for you, really? That's the only thing that matters. Because my experience on alcohol might be 10 times different than your experience on alcohol because of all the brain chemistry and life circumstances, right? So I hope I'm not like making anybody feel like, you can't drink alcohol because I'm not drinking alcohol. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm just saying for me, it's not something that I really care about. Tara, I'm doing okay. Also, I think, laugh out loud, I used to watch Kevin's channel about a year and some change ago when I was getting off subs. I accomplished that. Thank God. That is awesome, Mike. Congratulations. How long have you been off, brother? Thanks for stopping back by on the channel. I appreciate that. Slomo says it's a great realization, bro. Sometimes we need to be reminded of how there is no point in drinking or using. Yes, and that's exactly what I felt like that was, Slomo. I definitely felt that exact thing. Is like, okay, for me, it was like, okay, this is why I don't drink, because it's just not that enjoyable to me. Wow, guys, I'm so far behind. Shit. I'm gonna start speed scrolling here. We've been going for an hour and a half, guys. I appreciate y'all. Let's see here. Being hungover after years of recovery is a learning experience. You realize how lucky you are. I don't count it as a slip. Baby. Jerry, what's up, Jerry? Good to see you, my friend. If you're still in here. Hustle says, no, when you use opioids, get off them, then drink. For me, it feels like chainsaws in my stomach. I smoke a bowl on the weekends just thinking about it. Laugh out loud. Slomo says, I'll be sober for 2024 for sure. Count me in. No alcohol 2024, Sherry says. Life is still life. Have to keep swimming. I like that. We're in on the alcohol challenge, Falcons Cloud says. All right. We'll count you and your wifey in on that. Loyal Tangi's in on the 2024 no alky. So we got a good amount of people really ready to go with this challenge, guys. So if you got any last hurrahs to get them done now. It's not cheesy, bro. It will help some people out, I believe. And yes, I'm down with the no alcohol 2024 basically for the rest of my life. There we go. There we go. So here we go. Here's a different comment. C. Joe says, getting back on subs tomorrow for the third time. So what happened, C. Joe? Just struggling too much or what? Thanks for the update on that. Let us know why you're getting back on Suboxone. How long have you been off Suboxone? Did you relapse? It sounds like maybe you had a recent relapse. And that is obviously a great reason to get back on Suboxone. If you guys are on the cusp of a relapse, especially with this fentanyl bullshit going on, don't go down that road if you can avoid it, guys. Suboxone is a great tool for those who need it. And there are also other tools, right? Sublocade, Kratom, methadone if you need it, right? Gonzo's loving his methadone experience. Jerry's going for the 2024 no drink. It takes a lot of discipline. A lot, Jordan says. After an opioid experiment with alcohol happens, the next day I'm double hungover. Never again. I'm not a Kratom fan, but hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, if you're mixing alcohol and opioids, oh yeah, it's extra scary because then you have double suppression of your heart and your breathing, right? So they say on the labels, don't mix with this for a reason. Be very careful on this stuff, guys. Self-discipline. Dang, you guys are going off in the comments. It's really hard to keep up with y'all. Speed scrolling here. You know how I feel about alcohol, but I'll say it again. Abstinence is what works for me at this point in time. 2024 challenge will help me get through the next year sober. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, we haven't really talked a lot about alcohol on this channel. So it's cool to bring something else to talk about, right? Because there are a lot of people out there who do struggle with alcohol. See, Joe says, Kratom really messed me up. I was taking high amounts every day and it eventually took its toll. My body actually had a really bad seizure last week from doing high amounts. Damn. So define high amounts of Kratom and how long have you been on Kratom? See, that's what we try to steer people away from is going off the deep end with Kratom. And I know that it probably sounds annoying me giving all the warnings about Kratom. I give warnings about a lot of things, guys. It's not just Kratom. But yeah, we want to try to keep people from going off the deep end. And you can do that by hearing stories like Joe just said. He said it was very scary to watch. Thanks, kid. God was telling me to sip throughout the day. Laugh out loud. There you go. Go with that then. I mean, whatever it was, I think it's a great idea. It can definitely help if used the right way. Oh, where did that go? I'm trying to speed scroll, but you guys are still going off in the comments here. If you're just joining, welcome and smash that like in for our man Kev. Thank you. I appreciate that, Tara. Thank you. Yeah, guys, please smash the like button if you haven't yet done so. Let's get that baby up over 30 if we haven't yet. Let me go ahead and refresh this and see where we're at on the like meter. We usually try to get that thing to at least 35 before the stream's over. Yeah, there we go, guys. Look at y'all killing it. 36 likes on this video. Appreciate y'all. I think the all-time record is 50 likes on one live stream. So if you all haven't smashed that baby yet, bang it out real quick. Let's get that puppy over the record because we did have the record 33, I think 34 people here on today's live stream. That was an all-time record for the channel. So Josh says, oh, I already read that earlier. All right, I got to start scrolling faster here. Rolling. Keep these doggies rolling. Oh, of course that pen's going to stop working right here. Just remember, guys, that you are all my babies. So Slomo says, I stabilized at 0.5 milligram and he never could at 1/4 milligram. I think I remember Sonny S had a similar experience with that, Slomo. So when I was tapering down to low dose Suboxone, I did get stable at 1/4 milligram. But some people, it sounds like they just feel like they can't really stabilize at 1/4. And if you're just constantly feeling like crap anyway, it's like, might as well make the jump, right? Scrolling. Wow, that's a different one. Have you heard of hair loss from using Kratom every day? I can't say that I've heard of that one personally. Has anybody else heard of anybody having hair loss from using Kratom every day? What's up, Jill? Good to see you, girl. I appreciate all the comments on my videos lately, Jill. I appreciate you. Slomo says, got to head out. Much love, Kevin Peeps. All right, Slomo, have a good day, buddy. Thanks for stopping in here. I know you're trying to take a break from the YouTubes, but thanks for stopping in here anyway. I appreciate that. I can't help but get excited as I feel a very high positive energy going around, and I'm seeing it everywhere and in so many individuals. Very optimistic about the future. That is an awesome comment, Loyal Tangi, and I love the excitement. And it sounds like things are very good where you're at. So thank you for sharing that comment. That's a great comment. Drew says, hey, everyone, what's up? Good to see you, Drew. No alcohol 2024 is a great idea. Thank you. Oh, Reed says he's driving while he's texting. That's good to see you in here, Reed. It's been a while since I've seen you, brother. Hopefully things are going well for you, my friend. Reed, if you have any updates for us, let us know. I know that there's some old schoolers who might remember who you are. Let us know if there's any updates with you, Reed. I'd appreciate it. If you have any updates for us. If you're still here. It was a while ago he said that. He might be gone. Rach, good to see you, girl. How you doing? Tara says, I had never thought I'd be able to commit to a whole year of sobriety. Thinking about long term has been so overwhelming to me before, and I've had to focus on one day at a time. It feels like progress. That's a damn good thing that you noticed that and that you said that, Tara, because there are so many people who are early into their recovery journey, right? And they just can't fathom being how Tara is right now. You know, she used to really struggle with her addiction, and now it seems like, wow, a major weight has been lifted and she's identifying that. And that's the same thing for me, you know, and like the last time I took oxys back in 2020, I had the same feeling that I had this last weekend when I drank alcohol. It's like I could literally go the rest of my life and not ever have to feel this feeling again. It's a very undesirable feeling. It's just something that I just don't need anymore. And it's like I can let that go now. It's like I feel like I could just check alcohol off the box of ever even thinking about it. It's just like to be able to do that with opiates after 20 years of opiate addiction. I never, you know, I was in a time where I never thought, like, how am I going to be able to not ever do this again? And I've been off of painkillers since 2017, and it never, ever crosses my mind. So if you guys are out there and you're new into recovery and you feel like, you know, I've barely been able to put together a week or two off of fentanyl, how the hell am I going to stop thinking about this? It's always on my mind. Take what Tara just said, take what I just said, and just know that with consistency, keep working at your recovery, there will get a point in your life. It might be a year, it might be 2 years, maybe you have to move out of your area, whatever it is, do it, because life is going by quick, guys. You guys know as much as I do that this life is zooming on by. So make the changes that you need to make. Start putting in work on your recovery if you haven't yet started that. You got to start somewhere, right? So why not start right here, right now, in this moment? All you got to do is do better today than you did yesterday, even if it's a little bit. And then just a little bit keeps growing and keeps growing. And before you know it, you've made a huge, huge change in your life. Hi, my name is Marky, and I'm a caffeine junkie. So is 81% of other people watching this channel right now. So Marky, you're not alone, bro. But yeah, think if you want to save that $250, go do the caffeine pill trick, man. Trust me, it works. $3 a month is a lot cheaper than $250, right? But I know you're a baller like that, Marky. I don't know if you need to worry about $250 here and there. Kimmy says, just checking in, but I probably got to head out soon. All right, Kimmy, you're probably long gone by now. This was 40 minutes ago. She said that. So I appreciate you stopping by here, Kimmy. Thank you, girl. Also, thank you for that donation earlier in the stream. I appreciate the love, the consistency, Kimmy, you've shown to this channel. Thank you, girl. Get better, Kimmy. Take care of yourself, boo. You all right. You gonna be all right. Yeah, we miss you, girl. We miss you. Let's see. Oh, I already read that earlier. So, Kev, anxiety has always been a part of my life. Doctors can't explain why I can't shake it. My mother suffered terribly with anxiety. Maybe it's just my blood. Yeah, maybe that's it, Charles. Maybe it's something, maybe it's something that just, it is what it is, right? Have you looked into learning how to meditate, Charles? I used to have a lot of anxiety, and I learned even just basic meditation. There's a lot of videos you can learn how to do that on YouTube. A lot of great videos. It doesn't have to be some it takes 30 years to learn how to meditate type thing. You can literally look up basic newbie beginner meditation. And when I got into doing meditation daily, my anxiety vanished without any medications. It was gone for years, right? So maybe look into meditation if you haven't explored that yet. Definitely can't hurt, right? Mikey, what's up, Mikey? Good to see you, buddy. Mikey in the house. Just something kind of off topic, guys, but anybody who's watching this has likely struggled with some sort of addiction to something. And a lot of that, the basics of that goes right back to dopamine stuff. So if you guys, if you're watching this and you're into reading books, or you're maybe wanting to understand addiction a little bit better, I definitely suggest you guys check out the book Dopamine Nation. That book was eye-opening to me, and it really made me kind of understand why I've gone down the path that I've gone down with a lot of my addictions in life. If you understand how dopamine works, and the way that you feel from it, and the way that you feel when you don't take substances and your dopamine crashes, it really helps you kind of understand a lot of your addiction and why you got to where you are. And maybe it can help you find your way out of seeking things that spike your dopamine artificially, right? So check out the book, guys, Dopamine Nation. It's a great book. I'm not a book guy at all, but that book really was worthwhile. And it's not a really long book either. So check it out. Check it out, guys. Tara says, Kev, you weren't a fan of Dopamine Nation at first. Laugh out loud. I'm so glad you gave it a second chance. Yeah, what it was, Tara, was the like the preview. Like before I bought the book, it let you preview like the first few minutes or something, and it was weird at first. She's just like, it just rubbed me the wrong way that she was like talking about the weirdest things at first. But I'm really, really glad that I just said F it and I bought the book anyways, because the first part definitely did not do it justice. As far as I was concerned, I was, it just didn't match what I thought it was going to be, just listening off of the free 3-minute preview or whatever that was. But yeah, that's definitely a great book. Also, another great book, guys. I just recently, listen to me talking about books, guys. I've literally only read 5 books in my whole life, so I'm not a book guy. But I recently went through Matthew Perry's book, And that was also a great book. He talks in there a lot about Suboxone, and honestly, he has some what I believe is incorrect ideas about Suboxone. So I'm actually going to make some videos on that. And it's just mind blowing how somebody so wealthy and so rich and so many resources had such limited knowledge about Suboxone and such. I'll have to dive into it deeper, guys, but I was just like, how has he not ever found a channel like mine or Nicole's to learn about how to properly taper off of Suboxone? Like, what? You spent 10 million in rehabs, but you don't know how to taper off of Suboxone? That blew my mind hearing that part. So I'll make a video about a few different things I wanted to go over in his book, but a lot of great information. And I really think that if you guys are bored and you're a book person and you struggle with addiction, check out those two books, right? So Jerry says, I can't live my life without caffeine. I think you can, buddy. I think you can. It's honestly, guys, like coming off of caffeine is not that hard. In my opinion, like the hard part is staying off caffeine. Like I've tapered I've done a rapid taper. I've done cold turkey. And it's just like, it's a migraine for 2 days for me. If I do a cold turkey, it's a migraine for 2 days, low energy for 2 days. And then usually after that, I'm good, but it's just staying off is the hard thing. So I definitely I could improve my relationship with caffeine for sure. And that's something that's always kind of been lingering under my addiction. I would love to live a life caffeine free. That would be awesome, especially where I'm not getting the benefits from it, right? I'm not even feeling any boost in my energy or anything. So it's literally just dependency at this point. So it's like, if you're not getting the pros from a medication, then why even bother with it? That's how I'm kind of looking at it. You're taxing your organs and your heart and all that for no reason at all. Nah. But you can also do a Google search and probably find 1,000 different things that say how caffeine is so good for you, right? You can find a post to support your theory for anything on the internet. You guys know this stuff. Casey, what's up, Casey? Good to see you, girl. Celsius and coffee all day. What's Celsius? See, I was always paranoid with coffee because I was worried it would stain my teeth. So I was always trying to stay away from coffee if at all possible. So what kind of upgrades would you get for your truck, Marky? Are you into modifying cars? Let me know. Sherry, what's up? Sherry says, got to go. My grandson just came in. Happy New Year to everybody. I'll catch a replay. Oh, that just reminds me. This is the last live stream of 2023, guys. Is that right? Yes, this is the last live stream of 2023. Wow. This year went by real quick. Celsius, that got that 250 milligrams. Laugh out loud. Oh, okay. So it's an energy drink. You guys are probably like, what is he doing so far behind in the comments? All right, scrolling faster. Yeah, that's a problem. Marky says, I pound 2 C4s before walking into the gym. Yes, I can relate. I used to take, what's it called? Pre-workouts every day before the gym for many, many, many years. And it wasn't long before I had to go from 1 scoop to 2 scoops to 3 scoops, right? So if your caffeine tolerance starts raising, guys, that's probably a good time to back things off and either get off or reset your tolerance to a lower, more manageable dose, right? I stopped drinking vodka, but now it's beer or wine. Now my man let me get my stash he hid. I'm trying so hard not to drink. Oh, Casey, I remember you were talking to us. That was you. That was really trying to stop alcohol, right? I'm pretty sure that was you. So she stepped down from vodka to beer or wine, she says. Yeah, I'm really curious to what you guys think about this comment from Reed earlier about the fact that I drink way too fast, and he says the effects are way different. I mean, it does make sense if you think about it, right? Just like it would be for somebody who take a big scoop of Kratom versus just sipping on Kratom all day. Like it makes sense. So now that he says that, it makes sense, but it's still not something that I feel like I want to, test out, because if what he's saying is true and it's like somehow I really love the way that I felt on alcohol, then you can see where that would be not the path that I want to go down. So I guess I'm going to try to keep my beliefs limited on this one, and just try to go off my last experience. But hey, alcohol just isn't for me anymore, and that is what it is, right? Because if I had a really good experience while drinking this last weekend, I probably would want to drink more. So I'm glad that it didn't go well. Kind of glad that it didn't work out the way that I thought it might. Casey says, I drink because I'm bored, but I really need new habits. I talk a lot when I drink, because when I don't, I hold everything in. So yeah, it sounds like alcohol is really affecting you, Casey, for sure. Reed says, but that's good. You don't drink, my dude. You don't need that stuff. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. Let's see. Scrolling. Brandon's recovery in the house. What's up, Brandon? Are you doing okay, Brandon? I kind of feel like you've been struggling a little bit lately. Let us know if you're doing all right, brother. If there's any updates for you, Brandon, let us know. Callie Love in the house. What's up, girl? Where you been? Good to see you. She says, hope all is well and had a Merry Christmas. Same to you, Callie Love. Have a Happy New Year as well if I don't see you again. If you're still in here, this was a while ago she said that. That was almost a half hour ago. Scrolling. Gonzo's in the house. What's up, Gonzo? Hey, Kev, don't be too hard on yourself. Also, does this mean I already won Sober 2024? Does this mean I already won Sober 2024? I don't get it. What do you mean? Oh, I'm not being hard on myself, brother. No, I'm good. The title of the video might be what he's referring to. Callie says, hey, Kev, I've been struggling on Sublocade lately. I missed the instant Okay, so this right here is an important comment, guys. Read what Callie posted here. Callie, are you still here? Let us know. If you can, post a comment, Callie. Let us know if you're still in here. So that's a really important part for people who are considering getting on Sublocade. You need to read this comment, guys. She says, hey, Kev, I've been struggling on Sublocade lately. She's missing the instant gratification that Suboxone brings. Yes, she's here. Okay, good. So when's the last time you had a Sublocade shot, Callie? Yes, some people can miss exactly what she just said, right? Some people get instant gratification, is what she says she gets from Suboxone. Most people get this huge energy boost. Rach, what do you say about Callie's comment here? Because Rachel is also on Brixadi now, not just Sublocade. She switched from Sublocade to Brixadi. Do you struggle with that sometimes still, Rach? But yeah, guys, you have to be ready to feel normal, because what she says right there goes back, and I'm sorry for my normies. It sounds like I'm a broken record sometimes. You have to be ready to feel stable, steady, no ups, no downs, no more instant gratification that Suboxone gives some people, right? No more big energy boost if that's what you get. Some people get euphoria from Suboxone, right? It's different for everybody. Some people will tell me I'm full of shit and they don't feel anything from Suboxone. If that's the truth, then cool. Then you don't have to worry about missing nothing. If you're not feeling anything from Suboxone, then you have nothing to miss, right? But for the 90+% of people that actually feel their Suboxone, whether that's what I just stated, euphoria, whether that's anxiety relief, whether that's energy, whatever the hell it is, that goes away once you're on Sublocade, guys. So you have to know if you're ready for that and if you're ready to give that up. And that's exactly what, there was a recent comment on my channel the other day that said just that. They're like, I really want to get on Sublocade, but I'm worried that I'll miss the huge burst of energy that I get from Suboxone. So that, and I said, yes, that will go away. So you have to know if you're really ready or not. Suboxone will always be there for you, Callie Love. If you want to go back to that for whatever reason, if you think, if you're having the FOMO, the fear of missing out, or if you just miss that instant gratification, Suboxone is not going anywhere. Remember, guys, that if you try Sublocade for a while and you just really need that Suboxone instant gratification, you can always go back to it. It's dirt ass cheap. It's easy to get. You've gone a long way on Sublocade, Callie. You've gone a long way on Sublocade. Yeah, it is what it is, though, right? It all goes back to that exact thing right there. But that's a very important comment that everybody needs to understand about Sublocade, is that you no longer will feel that feeling. So what are you thinking, Callie? Are you thinking you might go back to Suboxone or what? Gonzo says, I've been on no alcohol since 2020. So I'm going to try to read the comments with the girls. They're posting right now on the live stream. So Callie says, my whole addiction, I always look for an instant gratification, so it's hard to just not have it anymore. I find myself looking for gratification and other things that are not good for me. And this kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier in the stream, guys, about how there's a lot of people who come off of Suboxone and there's just that void, right? They need something to stimulate their dopamine. It could be kind of the same thing with Sublocade. Sublocade isn't just a magic 100% fix all for everybody, right? There are going to be people who they like getting something from their medication when they take it, right? With Sublocade, it's like you're on bupe, but you're not getting any of the euphoria or the energy or instant gratification, as she puts it. I like how she puts it in her own terminology, right? Because for me, I don't experience instant gratification when I would take Suboxone. I experience more like a slight euphoria and anti-anxiety. If I have anxiety, the anxiety is slowly calmed, and I just feel like a dull, fuzzy feeling, like almost like a buzz of alcohol kind of feeling. Rachel says, I can't explain it, Callie, but I understand because I feel like it's that constant hamster wheel of having to remind yourself that you're okay. And she says, what dose are you on? Callie says, I'm going to be honest with my doctor next week about exactly how I'm feeling. I would say before you make any changes, Callie, I would really sit down with yourself and just go back to how you were feeling when you were on Suboxone, right? Is it something that you're willing to go back to? Because you've come a long way with rewiring your brain. You haven't needed to take Suboxone for a long time now. You remember what you felt like when you were on Suboxone. Obviously, you were getting some good things from Suboxone, right? But do those good things, are they worth the bad things that you were doing and having to dose yourself every day and think about how much you're going to dose yourself every day? Maybe those things weren't problems for you, but for a lot of people, those are things that are hard to do every day, right? Are you worried about your teeth issues getting worse if you go back to Suboxone? Like, sometimes we don't think about all the pros and all the cons that come with making a certain life change like that. So just really think about how your life was when you were on Suboxone. Think about why you wanted to get on Sublocade, and just take a look back at how your Sublocade journey has gone, and try to just really think about it before you make that change, right? Because it is a pretty big change to go from not having to dose yourself ever to having to dose yourself every day, right? Sometimes people need to go back to that. That's okay. We'll support you either way, Cat Love. I don't know why, but it really helped me to switch to Brixadi, Rachel says. So it sounds like Rachel does a lot better on Brixadi than she does on Sublocade, which kind of surprises me, to be honest with you, because they're both just bupe, right? They're both a monthly shot of bupe. So it kind of trips me out that she's doing so much better on Brixadi. So we'll have more information coming to you guys in the future about Brixadi. If you didn't know, it just barely hit the market in the USA a few months ago. So it's basically an alternative to the Sublocade shot. It's a monthly shot of Bupe. Pro Tools, what's up, buddy? Haven't seen you for a while. Says I went from alcohol to pills, then to subs. Drinking always ruined the high for me. It's one or the other. I haven't relapsed to pills in 10 years and 1 month. Wow, that's awesome. Awesome stuff. All right, getting back to the older comments here. I was kind of bouncing back and forth for a moment. Callie says, I don't want to take a step backwards trying to fight through this, getting a shot again next week. Well, I would just say, if you're going to get another shot, Callie, well, I would say talk to your doctor before you take that shot. If you think about it deeply and you really do want to go back to Suboxone, the daily Bupe, then you probably don't want to take that next shot, right? Because then your receptors are going to be oversaturated. You're not going to be able to go poo, pee poo. Not going to be able to pee poo if you're doing both. And also, if you do make the decision to go back to Suboxone, then you're likely not going to really feel when you're taking the oral doses, right? So just think about that. I definitely probably wouldn't get the shot and then jump right on the oral dosing, because it's probably honestly not going to do much for you if you did that. So then you'll be really self-guilting yourself, and you'll be overly constipated, and you'll be like, damn, what am I doing? So think about it before you take always talk to your doctor and see what they think is best for you. And like you said earlier, tell them everything that you've been thinking. We've been going for 2 hours and 5 minutes, guys. We still have 20 people in here hanging out. Let me see if we got over 40 likes yet. I would really like it if we could pass the record. The all-time record is 50 on the thumbs up, guys. So if you haven't yet smashed the like button, please do so now. We're at 41, guys. We only need 9 more likes to hit the all-time record. Please smash that like button if you haven't yet. We passed the all-time record for how many people were on the live stream. It was 33 people was the record today. So I appreciate everyone showing out and coming in here with the comments, keeping the conversation going, and sharing, most importantly, sharing what you guys are going through. I wish I had a methadone clinic near me, but I don't. Currently, I am 35 minutes behind the comments. I got to start speed scrolling here. Thanks, Tara, because alcohol, damn, I wish I knew just how bad it is, and I can't stop. I love anything except normal. Damn. Yeah, that's challenging, Casey, what you're feeling there. It's like some people just don't want to feel normal, right? And that's a tough place to be, to always want to escape what your body is always trying to go back to, and that's homeostasis, right? So you're always trying to kind of throw your body out of loop. And see, I'm totally backwards from that right now, thankfully. And I'm not trying to make anyone feel less than or anything like that, but I just don't want anything that makes me feel like like I can't have a normal conversation, or I can't drive a car, or I can't go work out because I'm feeling off balance, right? Are you working with a counselor, Casey? I think a lot of my problem is I never get a hangover. I don't know if it's the Butte patch or what. Years ago, the hangovers made me only drink occasionally. Yeah, that's a hard one. I think I've heard some people say one way or the other with that one, KG. It could be that. It could be that. So what? You just wake up and you're totally good? No problem? Yeah, I could see how that would make it harder to get rid of if you're not having like the negative consequences of it, right? So Rachel says it's really weird. I keep yawning and sniffling. It's not time for a shot or anything. I don't understand. Maybe it's not even related. Huh. When was your last shot, Rach? Yeah, that doesn't seem like that would be from Bube. I wouldn't think that. I mean, your brain might be trying to trick you into thinking that, but I wouldn't think that that would be happening this soon, especially where you likely still have some of the Sublocade in you too. Just Peachy, what's up? Good to see you. It's been a while. Jerry says let's see, when you had it with mind altering substances, it gets easier over time. Yes. It's just interesting to think how different I am now versus when I was like in my mid 20s or even my early 30s, right? It was like I always craved painkillers to give me that, that head high or the alcohol. It's just like I don't want any of those experiences right now. And so I just guess that's just me maturing as a man. I don't know. Whatever the hell it is, I'm just glad that I don't need to rely on those things. Maybe maybe the good man above is just like he's had enough of this bullshit. It's time to free him from this damn thing. And I pray to God that I don't ever like go back down an opiate addiction. Wow, that could you? I just can't even imagine having to start back over from square one after everything I've been through with Suboxone and Kratom and Sublocade and tapering. Like, it would be one thing if I went back to Suboxone, but it would be a whole different thing if I like went full blown relapse to, especially these days with this fentanyl. I would be so paranoid, guys. If I was to get any street drugs, I would be so scared. Damn, that would be scary. Rachel says I want to read that one too. Yes, you should definitely read that book. I honestly think it's way more than drugs when it comes to Matthew Perry's death. Like, what do you mean, Kingdom? What do you mean? I know he had a lot of underlying health problems and he smoked 3 packs a day for many, many years. And he was talking in the book about how he drank like a quart of vodka a night or some big amount. I don't know what a quart is or quart. So I think a quart of oil. That's a lot. And he was on all kinds of drugs, guys. He was talking about how he was on methadone. In one part of the book, he said, so I was on methadone, cocaine, a quart a day of vodka, and benzos. I'm like, what? And you made it to 50, whatever he was, 53? What? And I'm sure there was some other things, probably a lot of caffeine, all that nicotine. And it's like, damn, dude. How can our bodies handle so much beat down for so long? That is incredible. These bodies, these meat sacks that we have here. Oh my goodness. Do you guys see that monstrous sponsor bomb? We need to go ahead and fire up the jets, guys. Coming through, we have Pro Tools showing massive love to the channel with a $100 super chat. He says, I appreciate what you do, Kevin. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Let's fire up the sponsor jet because it's coming through with a bomb, baby. Take cover now. Woo! Pro Tools coming through with a $100 super chat. That's matching the sponsor bomb of today with Kimmy with also the same amount. Dropping bombs, guys. Boom. Pro Tools, I appreciate you sponsoring this channel and this message. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. We're going to go ahead and leave that up on the channel, on the chat for a while, guys. Super, super shout out to you, Pro Tools. I appreciate the love, my friend. That means a lot to me, brother. It does. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Baby. Let's see. I was right. There I was. Keenan says, because like you said, he supposedly spent $10 million on trying to recover, but still ends up dying. Laugh out. Or he says, yeah, something doesn't make sense. Yeah. And it's interesting because I don't know why I never really felt like rehab type stuff, AA type stuff. It just doesn't, even though I've never been, it just still feels like that's not the way for me. Isn't that weird that I feel like how would I know that those things wouldn't really work for me when I have never tried them? That's kind of weird. But I mean, I've seen a lot of people Luke said he went to 15 detoxes. Like I've never been to any of those things, nor would I ever want to. It sounds so hard and challenging. I don't know. I just couldn't wrap my mind around picturing myself in a detox or a rehab facility. It just doesn't. I just don't feel like I would fit in for whatever reason. Not saying I'm better than anybody in there that's doing that, but just knowing me, I just don't feel like it would really help me much. And why could he go to the best rehabs in the world and still constantly relapse? Like there's something else. There's an underlying problem going on, right? It's not just lock somebody up for 30 days and they're magically healed. It doesn't really work like that. You got to get to the source. Why are you constantly trying to numb yourself? Why can't you just be okay with feeling the way that you feel without those things, right? Escapism, constantly running from yourself. You're enough, guys. You just have to let your body go through the detox of these medications or drugs or substances. And it takes some time. And in the book, Dopamine Nation, she talks about that. She's like, some people will try to come off of alcohol and they're like, a week or two later, I'm still feeling like shit. Well, it takes longer for your body to rewire. She says it takes at least a month for you to feel quote unquote normal from the damage done from chronic alcohol use, right? Just kind of the same thing with Suboxone. Many people say that they feel like crap for many months. And so it just takes time. And it's like you have to put your life on hold as you suffer through these things. And I understand that not everybody can do that. Not everybody's in a position to be able to put their life on hold while they go suffer and reset their dopamine levels in their body, right? So I get it. But you could waste a whole lot of your life trying to, patch through from what's one substance to another and trying to fill that void that's, that really doesn't need to be filled. Jerry says, funny subject, laugh out loud. Anyone use caffeine to poo in the morning? Yes, it definitely helps. A lot of people do just that. Caffeine can help stimulate a bowel movement for sure. If you're like chronically backed up, then it probably might not do the best for you, but it could still definitely help. Gonzo says, it's sadly a typical story with well-off addicts. The extra resources even puts people in a false sense of security. Yeah, I mean, when you can buy anything, it's just like you're constantly trying to fill the void inside of you. Like in the book, he talks about, he says, I bought a new Porsche. Well, that filled the void. That kept me happy for 1 week. I bought a new mansion. That kept me happy for about 3 or 4 weeks. And it's so true, guys. It's so true. You could buy the nicest car you ever want and you ever hoped for, but after about a week or two, it's just going to feel like another car because you're just used to it. Just like a nice house, you get this dream home that you worked so hard to get, and then you just get used to it, and then it's not that special anymore, right? And so right now, how is it that I'm just as happy as I've been? Well, that's the best way I'll say it. Let's just say that. So I just sold my really nice BMW, right? And someone asked me recently, are you sad about the car's gone? I'm like, I'm just as fine. I'm actually probably happier now that I don't have to pay insurance for something that just sits in my garage. And just watching the value of a car go down because I don't ever drive it. It just sits in the garage. It's like now I have a car, a cheap ass little $2,000 Hyundai that I drive that makes me money every day, right? Like, who would have thought that I could have been happier with a 10-year-old Hyundai Accent versus a new BMW that's all souped up and pimped out, right? Like, material stuff, once you start to realize it, once you get some experience with it, it's definitely not all it's cracked up to be. If you've never had anything nice in your life, then I get it, right? Like, get yourself to where you're in a good position financially. You don't have to worry about money. That's where all the peace of mind stuff comes from. You know, if you're struggling with finances and bill collectors are knocking at your door all the time, then yeah, you got to work on your getting your money game up. But I've seen a lot of people just only chase high dollar amounts and then they don't balance out the rest of their life. And then you have situations like this that we were just talking about, right? Yeah, Gonzo says he would have a hard time being in the same situation. I agree. If you've got unlimited money, unlimited access to any substances you want, you could see where that's going to be. It could be challenging to keep your head on straight, right? Kimmy says, Kevin just wanted to stop back in and let you know I'm thinking of you and I hope you're doing well. Thank you, Kimmy. I appreciate you, girl. If you're still in here, this was 30 minutes ago, so she's probably gone. Little sweetie. We've been in here, guys, for 2 hours and 20 minutes on this normal Wednesday live stream. We'll probably wrap things up in the next 15 minutes or so, but I need to catch up to you guys in the live stream first. Oh, I got you, Gonzo. So he says, I was joking thinking it was a competition. Sober 2024. I got you. Yeah, I was a little confused about what he said. So Rach says, but I also, let's see, but I think it's also because I have pain issues. I might not have anything to do with it though. I was saying earlier that I'm sniffling and yawning a lot today, and it's not time for a shot. It's stuff like that that messes with my mind. Yeah, I could see how that would mess with your mind for sure. Loverton says, I forget to take my subs, and when I start feeling crappy, that is my reminder. So that's awesome that you can do that, because there's a lot of people who are addicted to actually taking their Suboxone, right? So if you're in a position like Leverton is, where you forget about Suboxone until you start to feel crappy, then I think that's really going to come in clutch when it comes time to get off of Suboxone or taper, right? Because you don't have that psychological addiction to, oh, it's 3:30, I need to take my next dose. Oh, it's 7:30, I got to take my next dose, right? So that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that you're not watching the clock all day. My whole addiction is I always look for instant gratification. Oh, I already read that earlier. So Callie says, I'm still going forward with my shots. I'm getting one next week. I'm just struggling day to day, but I'm not giving up, she says. So Jerry says, Callie love, I missed it for sure. I took a few I had for a stash and it didn't do it for me. So I said, I'm done with it. That's awesome right there. Maybe Callie needs to do the same. Maybe she should take a few subs and realize that it's really not all she maybe thought that it was. I don't know. I'm not suggesting that you do that. Obviously, talk to your doctor. But maybe it's that type of situation, right? It could be just like my drinking this last weekend. It was, sometimes you need to just experience it and be like, wow, that's what I thought I was missing. That's stupid, right? Or maybe she's like, this is incredible. Like, I'm just going to go back to this. It could be either way. Let's see here. Marky Rizzo just showed love with a $5 Cash App donation. Shout out to you, Marky Rizzo. He says, cup of egg whites in the big time. Oh yeah, macho madness. Coming straight to you, Hulk Hogan. And I like it. Y'all know who that is?
Because I'm wild, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Fire up the sponsor jet from Marky Rizzo. Shout out to you, Marky. I appreciate the love, brother. Woo-wee. Cup of coffee in the big time. Oh yeah, macho madness. Boom. Marky Rizzo with a $5 Cash App. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you. Marky is the longest time contributor to this channel. He's been showing love with the Cash App for the last 2 years, guys. Shout out to you, Marky Rizzo. I appreciate you, brother. Let me know if you try the caffeine hack that I was talking about earlier. Save yourself a good Cool Calm $250 a month. Where was I here? I'm not going to lie. I was so uncomfortable before I made the switch. I'll let you know I'm still going to go forward with Sublocade. Callie, are you pushing your shots out further? Maybe that's having an issue on you. I know some people will start to push their shots out further and further. I'm not sure if you've been doing that or not, Callie. Let us know if you're still in here, if that's what you've been doing. Maybe it's starting. Maybe your beauty bubbles are starting to kind of dip off if you're pushing your shots out. Gosh, you guys are so far ahead of me in the conversation. Scrolling. Keep these doggies scrolling. 20 people still in here, guys. Let's see if we getting close to that 50 thumbs up on the video. Like I said, guys, the world record for this channel is 50 thumbs up on the video, and I know we're kind of getting close here. So if you guys haven't yet, please smash it. Yes, we're only 6 away, guys. If we get 6 more likes, that will beat the record on this channel. So please consider smashing the thing that looks like a big thumb like this. Big old man hand. I would appreciate you guys if you could help me out with that. So Pro Tools said, if I knew what I know now, I would never, ever started taking subs, or at least only taken 1 milligram or something. My doctor thought it would be a good idea to start me out on 16 milligrams for a 150 milligram oxy addiction. And so that is definitely something. It kind of goes back to what with the warning that we give on Kratom, right? Like, start low, and if you need to work your dose up, then do it. But there was a point of time, do you guys remember? And I hope it's still not like this, guys, where there's a copy and paste Suboxone dose. Everybody who is on, even let's just say somebody's on 50 milligrams of Loratabs per day, everybody must start at 16 milligrams of Suboxone. I really hope that's still not going on in 2023. I really hope that is still not going on, guys, because you need to personalize your Suboxone dose to meet where your needs are with your oxy or Loratab addiction, right? It could set someone way back if they just push 16 milligrams on every person. It could be way too strong for a lot of people. And if it's way too strong, that's gonna create the negative stigma about Suboxone, right? If somebody is visibly intoxicated after they've taken their Suboxone dose, then the dose is way too high. It should not be happening. Or if people around you are commenting like, are you okay? You seem off or different or weird or too hyper, too calm. There's so many different effects that people can get from Suboxone, right? So just be careful, guys. Be careful. You can get a long way with low doses of Suboxone, as Pro Tools was just talking about, basically, is what I'm trying to get to the point. So Rach says, on the 18th, I still have 2 lumps in the front and 2 lumps in the back. Laugh out loud. Your lovely lady lumps. Rach, was that you that was going to have your blood levels checked for bupe? I'm really curious if you can do that. That would be awesome to hear. I can't remember who was talking about that recently. C. Joe says, getting back on subs because I fell off the wagon with Kratom and Vicodin. Wow, dang, dude. Yeah. If you go off the side street with those two or one of the other, Vicodin or Kratom, and you just can't get yourself in line, then yeah, Suboxone might be the perfect thing for you. I've had a really hard time with Kratom. And some people do, right? Some people don't. Some people do. It's just a mixed bag at this point. Some people go off the deep end with Kratom. Some people use it responsibly, and it's not an issue. So that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that you had a bad experience with Kratom, C. Joe. So Rachel said it was the 13th. So 2 weeks ago. Okay, 2 weeks ago. I gotta scroll faster here. I keep saying that, but I'm not doing it. Marky posted a link to the Venmo. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate you, Marky. Love having a clean, clear head and easy in the mornings. Clean. I now can hit the ground running without the 2-hour Suboxone loading process. Yeah, a lot of people have that, right? There's a lot of people that they don't even want to get out of bed until they feel their Suboxone kicking in. And you can see how that can kind of hold you back in life, right? Jet goes, vroom. I felt that. Speaking of the sponsor, Jet, we just had another one come through. Shout out to KG Smith with a $40 Cashapp sponsor bomb. Let's go ahead and fire up the Jets for our one and only KG Smith. Shout out to you, KG, for sharing your experience with us and also for sponsoring this channel and being a consistent sponsor as well. Fire up the Jets, guys. Fire them up. Oh, baby, there go KG dropping bombs. You dropped the bomb on me, baby. Boom. KG Smith, one of the most consistent sponsorship bombs of this channel. I appreciate you, KG Smith. You are incredible, girl. Let us know how your vacation goes, and we'll keep an eye on you with them 4 beers times 4 days a week. Try to challenge yourself, KG. See what you can do. See what you can come up with. Maybe start tracking your beers, KG. You know, if you're doing 4 times 4, what's that? 4, 8, 16 beers a week. Start tracking it. Say, let's get that down to 14 beers next week. And let's get that down to 12 beers the next week after. It should be very easy to do that. You can do it. Put your back into it. Let's see here. My life always seems much better when I get back on subs versus taking Kratom all day, every day. Yeah, definitely. You get a lot of your life back, right? So yeah, that's just another warning for people who are considering Kratom or are taking Kratom. Just be careful with it, guys, so you don't end up in that position, because it sucks. And I understand it. Kratom can be amazing for a lot of people, but you have to respect it or it will kick your ass. We've heard it from many different people on this channel. It can be an amazing tool, but can also be an amazing pain in the ass. Trying to keep the sub dose between 4 and 6 milligrams per day. Yeah, it sounds like a good, well-rounded dose, right? And you can take your Suboxone with the longer half-life. You only need to take it once or twice a day versus every 4 hours or whatever you were taking Kratom with. She says, you nailed it. That's why I can't wait. You nailed it. That why I can't. I just want to feel normal. I try, but it takes too long. I feel stuck. So yeah, Casey, I really think you would benefit from reading that book, Dopamine Nation. You have to realize that it's going to take some time for you to feel shitty to get to the good parts, right? I understand what that feels like, to feel crappy every day until you take something, right? And I know what that feels like. So I've been there. But sometimes in life, you just need to sit around and let the suck happen and let the suck come and go, and then you'll be a lot better for it, right? Yeah, sometimes in life when like shitty things happen, you just need to be like, you need to know that that's actually progress. If you're in a shitty spot and your energy is super super low, that's your body trying to adjust. Is basically you're making progress at that point. If you're always feeling stimulated by a drug or a medication, then that's constantly throwing your body out of whack, right? So your body is constantly trying to fight that and trying to constantly go back to being normal and being able to provide its dopamine / happy feelings on its own. But if you keep throwing alcohol or you keep throwing drugs or kratom or something at it, it's just telling your natural happy feelings to turn off to where you can't function without them, right? So the more substances that you are taking, the harder it's going to be for your body to be happy without taking anything. And that book can really help you understand a lot more in detail about what I just said. I appreciate you sharing all this stuff, Casey. I know it's not easy to come on here and talk about all these things that you're struggling with. So thank you for being open and honest about, hey, I'm just really struggling right now. You know what I mean? I don't have a counselor. They all retired. I've been with since I was 12 and I'm now in my 30s. I'll maybe try to find a different counselor that works for you. Somebody that can understand what you're going through, Casey. Somebody you can talk to in actual real life. Two hours and 34 minutes. Oh my goodness. Time is getting away from me here, guys. I need to speed through some comments. I'm going to have to skip some comments here, guys. I want to chat with you guys in the live stream for a minute here. You just made me have a light bulb moment. The last 2 years I went based on how I felt physically, no rhyme or reason, and it literally screwed me over, I think. Are you talking to me there, Rach? Now, every time I feel like crap, I feel like I need to pop something in my mouth. Yes, 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 yes. So that goes back to what I was just saying just a minute ago, guys. If you're constantly taking different substances, then your body's going to be constantly fighting the withdrawal, right? And you're going to, so basically what's happening is your body's starting to go into withdrawal. Let's just say for Suboxone people, right? You don't take Suboxone all night. Your Suboxone levels, your bupe levels dip in your sleep. And then you wake up and you take your Suboxone and you get this quote unquote magical energy, right? When that's literally just your body coming out of the withdrawal that it was starting to go into. And so you're screwing yourself because you're making your brain think that Suboxone is the only way that you can get this magical energy when in reality you can have that naturally just waking up with nothing, but you can't have that until your body goes through the detox from the fake dopamine that you're getting from external substances, right? Whether that's alcohol or whether that's caffeine or whether that's kratom. It's all doing the same stuff. It's all altering your body's natural ability to make natural happy dopamine feelings on its own, right? So that's all that drugs do. That's all they do. Every one of them. Addiction is such a mind F. Yes. Seriously. I don't know if she's here, but has Callie supplemented at all? Question mark. 95% of the time that I did that supplement, I did not like it afterwards. Same, Rachel, same. Not sure if she's still here, but hopefully she is, if she could hear that. Sorry, guys. I've got to scroll up. I've got to get caught up to you guys because I got to end the stream soon. We've gone for 2 hours and 37 minutes. I got to scroll. You guys know I try to hit on every comment if possible. But today there's just been so many people in here. I haven't been able to hit on every comment. So bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Kevin knows more than my doctor, Leverton says. With some things, it might be true, right? When it comes to Suboxone, doctors don't understand the medication fully often, right? They don't have the time, and I wouldn't expect them to have the time to understand all of these side effects and how we're feeling. Some people are feeling like zombies, but some people get energy. Like doctors, they're not going to understand all that stuff unless they are an addiction specialist and they see the same people every day, right? I appreciate that comment, though. That's funny. He says most doctors. Let's see. Scrolling. Oh, my back is killing me, guys. Good night, Peachy. Good night. Leonard's Leonid. Sorry, I can't say your name right. Let's see. Hey guys, just passing through to say hello. Rachel has taken me a long time. Peachy, good night. Have a good night, Peachy. Hang in there. You're almost healed. Took me about 15 months or so, Marky said. Yeah, some people feel like it really takes them a while to recover and for their body to naturally make their natural happy feelings, right? Pro Tools back still up in here says, Kevin, how are you doing on Sublocade? I've missed a few live streams. So I've been doing all right. I would say I would give it an all right. Pro Tools. Insomnia is still an issue for me. Depression has always been an issue for me. So I don't want to say that I'm feeling extra depressed because I've always kind of had this underlying depression. I think that just goes back to my opiate addiction that I feel like I kind of messed up my brain permanently in a way. As far as like can't be super happy like a normal person could. So I've just kind of always had this underlying depression a little bit, but it's just par for the course for me. I'm just used to it at this point. And it could also be because I'm not on my mission, I guess you could call it, as far as like with my business. So I'm sure that doesn't help. So yeah. But yeah, all things considered though, things are going pretty good so far. And yeah. Are you doing Sublocade Pro Tools? Are you thinking about Sublocade? There have been some people that have been struggling with Sublocade, right? We heard tonight Callie Love, and also a lot of people are saying that they're missing that feeling that they get from Suboxone, and that's definitely something I want you guys to be to understand exactly what I mean by that before getting on Sublocade, is that you don't get those feelings that you get anymore, right? I can tell you one thing, that my luck is coming back. Showers of abundance. Business is good. I just need my 20% back and I'm good to go. Sounds like you're on the right path, my friend. It's good to hear. Good to hear, Leo. Pro Tool says, nope, still on 8 milligrams of subs, going to try and taper down after the first of the year. Were you considering Sublocade, Pro Tools? How are you feeling on the 8 milligrams? You are, all things considered, you doing good? I'm trying to see what your picture is. Is that a guitar you have up there? I can't really tell. It's a small picture I can see on here. Too expensive? Oh, I'm pretty sure. Were we talking about? Did you try calling your insurance and they said no? Was that you? I'm sorry, guys. I know we've talked about this before, but it's so hard for me to keep everyone's, especially if I don't see you guys on a normal basis. It's hard for me to remember everything that we've spoke about in the past. So we've gone for 2 hours and 41 minutes, guys. I really hope we can get that baby over 50 likes. Let me see where we're at here, because that is the record, and I would love to say that we beat the record here. There's the backup echo here. Sorry about that. Oh, we're at 48, guys. Is there 2 more people that hasn't smashed that like button yet? Please smash it, guys. So close. We still have 25 people in here hanging out. As we kind of start to wind things down here slowly to land the plane, I would remind you guys, Tara, are you still in here? So it's going to be the piggyback / after party of the Kickin' Addiction YouTube channel will be going to Tara's channel. So make sure that you guys all cruise over there to her channel as soon as we end this stream. You could see her name right there. Simply type it in the chat and search for her, Tara Smiling. Make sure you go check out her channel, subscribe to her channel, guys. She's been really working hard over there, and it's been awesome to see her sharing her ketamine journey as well. So she's a very smart chick. She knows her shit, and she's extremely sweet. So make sure you guys go check out her channel. She says, looking forward to the after party. So we'll probably wrap things up here in the next 5 or 10 minutes, guys. I know it's really hard for me to walk away with so many people in here. We got 26 people in here hanging out. But your boy has to get to the gym because I missed the last few days and starting to feel a little wimpy. So, I got to get my natural dopamine high in the gym. If you guys haven't yet tapped into the resource of working out, it's the best thing that you could probably do for yourself as far as just overall getting your brain to make its own happiness fillings without taking something under your tongue or in your mouth or in your throat. Learn how to eat a healthy diet if you can, guys. Stop eating out fast food and stop paying $5 a drink for caffeine. Save yourself a lot of money and you'll feel better as well. I really want to see that like thing, the like meter get over 50, guys. So please smash that like button, guys. So I can say we beat the record. I know we're so freaking close. We might have to stay on here for a minute and get that, baby. My voice is going out. I've been on here for 3 hours. 3 hours, baby. Also, I need to go ahead and shout out the sponsors of today. You see the sponsors of the last 7 days. They are scrolling across the bottom of the screen. So every week, that's what we do for people who contributed to this channel financially. They will be scrolling. Why does it keep doing that? My internet must be going slow. They'll be scrolling for the entirety of the stream. As you see, KG Smith was the sponsor of the last 7 days. So shout out to KG Smith. We're at 49 likes, guys. I'm going to have to push this baby to a 3-hour live stream because I need that 51 like. Smash that like, guys. Let me know. Throw some final comments in here. We'll kind of wind things down here. We still have 23 people in here. Pro Tool says Sublocade is too expensive, so I'm going to try and taper subs. It's all in my head. Laugh out loud. Yeah, you can do that for sure, my friend. You can do it. Stick close to the channel, Pro Tools, and we'll route you on as you go. Right? You can. I don't know if you've been at a higher dose than 8 milligrams, but I can assure you to go from 8 milligrams to a manageable 2 milligrams. You can do that way easier than you think you can. I promise you. You could switch down from 8 milligrams to 6 milligrams tomorrow, and your body would not be able to tell a difference, right? And then you would just chill there for a week or two, and then when you're ready, you would go down to 4 or 5 milligrams. Very, very easy stuff. You just really have to slow down around the 2 milligram mark because it starts to get harder under 2 milligrams, right? So I look forward to hearing your updates, Pro Tools, as far as your Suboxone taper goes, my friend. Man, my voice is really low. I need some more. I got some lemon water right here, guys. I love lemon water. It's so freaking good. Oh, baby. I had this really interesting story last night when I was driving this dude for Uber. He told me, he was like, you could tell he was like, really struggling with alcohol addiction. He says that for him to be able to drive a car, he has to have some crazy insurance. Is like $800. What the hell is going on here? Am I still here, guys? What was that? Did you guys see that? What in the hell was that? Did the screen just go off or something? I don't know what just happened there. Can you guys still hear me? Let me know if you guys can still hear me. Call him Oscar, the love muscle. Am I still froze? Or is it back to good? Yeah, it's like the screen went blurry over here. But I'm good now though, right? Back now? So this guy told me that his Uber driver basically recruited him to hire him off of Uber. And so he did that. And then the guy came and drove him after he'd been drinking, got him home. And then after he left, he got in a car wreck and insurance wasn't paying for the damages. So he went off of the YouTube platform to basically take Uber's business. And then he got backfired on. He got punked by a drunk driver, right? So just crazy thinking about that whole situation. That's really unfortunate. And I think that there's actually a lot of drivers out there that try to do that. But that happened last night. He was telling me about it. He's like, yeah, the guy was asking me for money and asking me if he can help me, if I can help him buy a new car. I was like, what? What the hell? Could you imagine that conversation? Really awkward. Pro Tools just says, I just realized how big your muscles are, laughing my ass off. I need to start going to the gym again. Thanks, Kevin. Take care. Yes, get to the gym. Thank you. I appreciate that. I got some guns on me, guys. Check that out. You want to see some guns? That's quite the gun right there, right? You can't tell from here. Looking kind of skinny right here, but that side gunshot. They're like, this narcissistic prick. Yeah, guys, I work my ass off in the gym for them gym gains. I've been working out for 20 years straight. 20 years? 21 years. No, 20 years straight, guys. 20 years straight. I used to be a lot bigger than this, but then again, I was also on steroids. So I side topic. I do have a lot of experience with steroids. So if anybody has any questions, concerns, or wants to talk about steroids or needs some advice with something, I would love to give you any. I would love to chat about that for sure, because I did have a lot of experience with taking steroids. It can be a huge addiction, so be careful and be aware of that. Drew says 53. 53 what? Did I miss something? Oh, 53 likes. Did we get there? Oh, shit. Let me refresh this, baby. Did you all come through? Alex, what's up, Alex? Is this Alex from Kimmy's channel? Oh, come on, man. I need Kimmy to tell me how to turn these settings off. Because why does it do that every time? Every time I refresh, it like turns the screen back on. Let me try this. No, off. All right. Oh shit, guys, you did it. You did it. 53 likes on this video. That is a channel record. We have been doing live streams every week for 2+ years, guys. And not once have we got this high on the likes. So I really appreciate you guys coming through. And we also hit the record amount of people on the channel. It was 33, I think it was 33 or 34. That is a record as well. So today was a record-setting day for the channel, which is ironic because it is the last day that we'll be live streaming for 2023. So super, super awesome, guys. If you guys haven't yet subscribed to the channel, we have 3,268 subscribers, and I've been making videos for about 5 years, guys. It's taken me a long ass time to get this channel to where it is. So if you appreciate this channel and you are not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and smashing the like if you haven't yet done so. I appreciate you guys. Tara says, congrats, Kicking Addiction. Thank you, Tara. Thank you. That was a cool like little feeling of accomplishment there. I couldn't have done that without you guys all helping smash the like. And I know that it's annoying as F hearing somebody asking for likes. So I apologize for that, but you got to do what you got to do, right? Damn, that's quite the flex. I'm jealous. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, I've been working out really hard. It hasn't been easy to get my body to look the way it is, especially since I started working out at 130 pounds. I was skin and bones, very, very skinny guy all my life until I started working out. So if I could do it, you could do it, right? If I went from 130 pounds at my all-time high, I got up to 240 pounds, guys. I was huge. Currently, I'm only down to 205, 206. So I'm not that big right now. I mean, I'm big, but I'm not nearly as big as I was. That's because I'm not on steroids anymore, other than my TRT from my doctor. But yeah, just kind of off-topic stuff. So yes, Leo, I am off steroids. I mean, I guess you could technically say I'm on steroids because my doctor prescribes me TRT for my low testosterone. And I got low testosterone for two things: because I abused steroids in my 20s and because I've been taking opiates for many years, right? Those two things can really screw you for life. So don't do what I did unless you want to have to take a shot of testosterone once a week for the rest of your life, like I do. Pro Tools says phone has small video. I was on it for 5 months and I stopped. It was terrified of the side effects. Yeah, there's some really scary side effects with steroids, guys, for sure. Yes, your hair will fall out, can fall out, especially if your family is bald. It'll just speed up the process. You can turn yourself into a real big jerk. I've seen that happen to many people. Um, you can build a fake sense of confidence, right? Because when you come off the steroids, you're going to lose a lot of your gains, and then you're really fucking freaking out because you thought you were some Superman when you realized that it was just the steroids that were pumping you up. So it's like it's kind of a dead end road. You really have to be careful. I've seen so many people, and I see so many people who are severely addicted to steroids and bodybuilding. It's really scary and sad to see, because just think what you're doing to your body, and you're putting this unknown substance in your body that can't be taken out. Something your buddy Joe down the street cooked up in his basement. Like, you have no idea what that's doing to your body. That is really scary if you think about it. You're altering your body's everything, right? You're altering so much with your body when you do that. How many people use their spouse's accounts to give extra likes? That's some extra dedication. Thank you, Drew. I appreciate that. There was one guy on here who he's like, well, I'm on my 5th account now. Here's 5 likes for you. KG says, always, Drew, and my other account. Thank you, KG. Thank you. I need to thank the sponsors of tonight's show. I don't think I did that yet. Again, right? I don't think I have. So let's go ahead and thank everybody who contributed to today's live stream. Super extra shout out to Kimmy B with a $100 Cash App donation. Shout out to you, Kimmy B. Good to see you stopping by here occasionally tonight, Kimmy. Also, Pro Tools with a $100 super chat. Awesome stuff. Shout out to you, Pro Tools. We look forward to hearing how your Suboxone taper goes from here. Hopefully next Wednesday when you hop on here, Pro Tools, we'll hear that you're down to 4 or 6 milligrams. I know you could do it. Easily you could do that. Also, KG Smith with a $40 Cash App donation. Shout out to you, KG Smith, also for that incredible, huge donation for Christmas last week. Thank you, KG Smith, as always. We also had Marky Rizzo with a $5 Cash App and Falcons Cloud with a $5 super chat. So I really especially thank everybody who has sponsored this channel. You guys know that YouTube will not monetize this content. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter how hard I work here on YouTube. YouTube don't give a damn about that. So this channel is sponsored by the watchers, which is you guys, right? There are a few of you who are in the position to be able to support this content and this channel. And I really do appreciate you guys. It helps pay for things like the computer and the lights and the microphones and the StreamYard and stuff like that. So the internet charges, whatever, right? So thank you for everybody who has sponsored this channel in the past, in the present, and in the future. You guys really do mean a lot to me, and you guys are the ones who keep this channel going. So thank you to all my sponsors. I appreciate you guys. We're going to wrap it up here in the next few minutes, guys. We've gone for 2 hours and 56 whoppers. Your boy's voice is sore, and I got to get cleaned up for the gym. So, Kimmy's hopping back in here. So she says, I'm a listening. I'm a listening. My computer's acting weird. Friend of mine just died from a blood clot from juicing testosterone too hard at 32 years old. Yes, it can kill you. It can definitely kill you. And yeah, guys, steroid addiction is, we talk a lot about opiate addiction here, but there are so many people out there that are struggling with steroid addiction. And I think a lot of them don't even realize they're addicted. Man, it's just been like, as somebody who's been going to the gym for 20 years straight, I have seen a massive, I guess you could call it an evolution. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but like just thinking about how many people used to use steroids back when I started back in my day, 20 years ago, right? It was very rare to hear of somebody taking steroids. But in 2023, with all the social media, everybody, making fitness videos, and you got to stay jacked for the internet, all this stuff. Man, there are a lot. I would literally be willing to probably bet that probably close to half the people in the gym, if they have a decent physique, probably half of them are on steroids right now. It is just crazy how many people are taking that. There's so many women that I know that are on steroids. And it's just freaking sad to see that so many people in there it's like, you think about the gym and fitness, and it's supposed to be a healthy, happy lifestyle, right? But then there's this underground part that nobody talks about, and it's this huge addiction to chemical steroids. It's freaking weird. It's weird. You see somebody that's in really good shape, and you're like, damn, they're probably so healthy. But the truth is, they could be really on the brink of death, like Pro Tools' friend just talked about. You could be on the brink of a heart attack if you take too many steroids, or maybe you have an allergic reaction. That's scary to think about that. Body dysmorphia sets in. Yes. I have a really good friend. He's literally, guys, he's probably twice as buff as I am. He is massive, biggest dude I've probably ever seen in my whole life. And he still thinks he's small. Seriously, guys, this shit gets into your head. It's like, you'll never be good enough. You'll never be buff enough. All of those things, guys. So just really be careful with getting into that, especially if you're dabbling with stuff like steroids. Like I said, if you guys have any questions about steroids, if you need somebody to talk to about your steroid addiction, reach out to me, guys. I'd love to talk about that. If you have any questions about certain types of steroids, what to stay away from, I'd love to talk about that stuff. It is something I do have a lot of experience with, like I was kind of just saying. And we just had a last minute sponsor bomb come through. Shout out to you, Lori. Thank you. I think it's the first time you sponsor bombed this channel. Let's fire up the jets for Lori. Says, thank you for your channel. I appreciate you, Lori O. I won't say the last name on here, but let's fire up the sponsor jet. Shout out to Lori coming through. Oh, baby. Lori O coming through with a sponsor bomb, $25 Cashapp donation. Let's go. Woo! And that's probably a good time to go ahead and wind down the rest of the stream, guys. Remember, the after party will be on Tara's channel, so I will probably see a few of you over there. Make sure you guys go over there and check out her channel. Simply type in Tara Smiling. You'll pop right up. And let's see. Let me turn on some chill music on the way out. What do we want to jam here? The Ducks. Let's jam the Ducks. Oh. So hopefully we'll see you on the next Wednesday live stream, Lori. Don't forget, guys, that we do these Wednesday live stream meetings every single week. Every Wednesday, same time, same place, same people. But we also have new people like we did today. I appreciate everybody who smashed the like button. I'm going to refresh this one more time to see how many we got to. 3 hours, guys. 3 hours we went. Woo-wee. 55 likes, guys. That is a channel record, and I appreciate each and every one of you who smashed that like button. Tara just posted a link to her channel, so we'll see you guys over there. I appreciate everybody who smashed the like button, everybody who contributed to today's conversation, and also the sponsors of today's live stream. Thank you. We'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.